Test 1 2, check 1 2.
Hello, baseball fans. This is Sean Gardner, your stadium announcer. Welcome to Ridgefield Raptors baseball. Tonight, the Raptors welcome the Portland Pickles for the second of a three-game homestand. Last night, the Raptors won Game 1 in an absolute last play thriller. But enough of that. Raptor fans, let's give the Pickles a big Ridgefield welcome. And another thank you again tonight to IQ Credit from the Raptors, the teams, and all of our fans for sponsoring today's game. We're going to have lots of excitement all throughout the game. But before we get to that, here are your starting lineups for tonight's game. First, for the visiting Pickles. Batting first, wearing number 34, the second baseman, Eddie Saldivar. Batting second, wearing number 3, the third baseman, Peyton Allen. Batting third, wearing number 18, the designated hitter, Keith Jones. Batting fourth, wearing number 13, the right fielder, Dalton Mayshore. Batting fifth, wearing number 30, playing in left field, Nick Upstill. Batting sixth, wearing number 1, the shortstop, Kyle Russell. Batting sixth, batting seventh, wearing number 15, the first baseman, Jacob Jablonski. Batting eighth, wearing number 29, the center fielder, Tyler Stancano. Batting ninth, wearing number 16, the catcher, Logan Poskian. And the starting pitcher tonight for the Pickles, number 88, Jason Doctorzik. And cooking for the Pickles is Mark Magdalano. And now, the starting lineup for your Ridgefield Raptors. Batting first, wearing number 14, the second baseman from the University of Portland, Jake Sukada. Batting second, wearing number 20, the shortstop from USC, Mikey Payne. Batting third, wearing number 8, the right fielder from Cal State Bakersfield, Trent Brooks. Batting fourth, wearing number 3, the designated hitter from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, Jacob Sharp. Batting fifth, wearing number 40, the pitcher from Pacific University, Isaac Robbins. Batting sixth, wearing number 4, the first baseman from the College of the Canyons, Batting 8, wearing number 43, the left fielder from the College of the Canyons, Alex Sepulveda. Batting 9th, wearing number 1, the third baseman from Fresno State, Travis Welker. The starting pitcher for the Raptors this evening, number 16, from the Lower Columbia College, Braden Markham. The Raptors head coach is Chris Coda. The assistant coach is Nick Allen. And the Raptors pitching coach, Tyler Raskin. And now let's welcome our mascot, Rally the Raptor! And now please welcome our bat boy for tonight's game, sponsored by Holt Homes. The Raptors bat boy is 10-year-old Brent Edwards from Sunset Ridge Intermediate School. Standing at home plate are tonight's umpires as assigned by the West Coast League. The home plate umpire tonight is Matt Van Houten. The base umpire, Anthony Atkinson. Fans, please be aware that a ball or bat may leave the playing field at any time and could enter the spectator areas. We remind you to please pay attention while you enjoy the game. And tonight we are honored to have a first pitch. Representing IQ Credit Union, Allie Magaji and her son Cole, who just turned 12 yesterday. Allie, please pitch away. Whoa, hang on! Raptor fans, look just beyond the pitching mound. What in Raptor world is going on out there? Serena, can you help us out what's going on? Oh my word, I saw her nodding yes, I saw a flash of something in his hand. Would that be Amber and Ty out there? Give us a big wave if you're the right people out there. Okay. Ty, I think we know the answer. Did she just say yes? Awesome! So last year we had a wedding on the pitcher's mound. This year we have an engagement on the pitcher's mound in front of everybody. Raptor fans, let's give Amber and Ty another big Ridgefield thank you. Congratulations to everything you can go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please stand, remove your hats, and direct your attention to the flag outside the left field fence as Brittany DeVault from IQ Credit Union leads us in our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so
Wow. Brittany, that was a tremendous rendition. Thank you very much. Brittany DeWalt from IQ Credit Union. Thank you. And now, Raptors fans, let's welcome your team as they take the field.
This is Ridgefield Raptors baseball. The pregame show starts right now.
And the Ridgefield Raptors go for the sweep today against the Portland Pickles. Game 2 of this 3-game series between the visiting Portland Pickles and their divisional rival, the host Ridgefield Raptors, back at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex after a dramatic victory last night in the bottom of the 9th. Welcome back to the Raptors live stream, everybody. Live from Ridgefield, I'm Josh Warden. Thanks for joining us today for the middle game of this 3-game series as Ridgefield tries to win both series against the Portland Pickles, which neither team has done before. Both teams, Ridgefield and Portland, every year have gone 3-3 against each other. Ridgefield has already gotten to 3 wins against the Pickles this year. They're 3-1 so far and have 2 more games to come today and tomorrow, the final games against the Pickles in the regular season. Here's the starting lineups. First are Mark Magdaleno's crew with the Pickles, leading off for Portland and playing second base. Eddie Saldivar Jr. from Long Beach State. Batting second, the third baseman from Fresno State, Peyton Allen. Batting third for the Pickles, designated hitter from Washington State, Keith Jones. Cleanup hitter, right fielder, Dalton Mayshore from St. Mary's College. Batting fifth, the left fielder, San Francisco State's Nick Upstill. Batting sixth, the shortstop from Washington State, Kyle Russell. Batting seventh and playing first base from Chico State, Jacob Jablonski. With a home run yesterday, 3-run dinger. Batting eighth, the center fielder, Washington State's Kyler Stancato. And batting ninth, the catcher from University of Oregon, Logan Pastian. On the mound today for Portland is Jason Doktorzik from Sonoma State. His counterpart, Braden Markham, 6'1" left-hander from Lower Columbia College. He takes the mound to face Eddie Saldivar, with Portland wearing the green tops, the road gray pants. Ridgefield in the maroon home tops with the white pants, white caps, looking for win number 2 on the series and win number 4 on the season against Portland. Ridgefield 13-8 on the summer. Portland is 10-7. First pitch of the day is swung on and fouled back right on time at 6:35 p.m. And we are underway. In the field today for Ridgefield, the battery mate is Isaac Lovings, the catcher from Pacific University, is catching Braden Markham today. He's behind the dish for Ridgefield, and he's batting fifth in the lineup today. The 0-1 pitch is sprayed down the left field line from Eddie Saldivar, and an 0-2 count to him. Peyton Allen, he's at third base. Travis Welker is at third baseman for Ridgefield today. Mikey Kane at short. Jake Sukata at second. Doyle Kane is the first baseman. Alex Sepulveda gets the start in left field today. Austin Cavanis in center. And Trent Prokes is back in right field for the Raptors this evening. No balls and 2 strikes from Braden Markham. Steps to home and a fly ball will pop up, in fact, in the infield. Playable for Travis Welker. Looking up into the sky, gloves, and gets the out. 3 pitches and 1 put out for Braden Markham. All 3 strikes. And a little pop-up to the third baseman for out number 1. Braden Markham on the mound out of Rainier, Oregon, Rainier High School. Pitches at Lower Columbia College. Making his 4th appearance for the Raptors. Actually, 5th, I should say. 4th start. Has gone 12 innings so far. 11 strikeouts, just 1 walk allowed, 10 hits. First pitch is a strike to Peyton Allen from Fresno State. A 3.75 ERA so far this season for Braden Markham. And pitched pretty well against Portland a week ago on Wednesday down at Walker Stadium. Went 4 innings in that start, allowed 1 run. A fastball is outside for the first ball that Braden Markham has thrown today. And a 1-1 count to Peyton Allen. Markham, who works with a two-seam fastball and a four-seamer, throws a curveball and does have a change, but does not throw it particularly often. The 1-1 pitch, fastball grounded towards short. Mikey Kane has to move all the way to second base. Fields behind the bag and throws out Peyton Allen. It's a 6-3 put out, and there's quickly 2 outs in the top of the first. Good start for Braden Markham and the Raptors, who won yesterday in walk-off fashion. Second walk-off of the year for Ridgefield, and managed to squeak out a win against Portland in a very back-and-forth affair. Both teams holding leads, and neither team able to hold on to their lead for more than an inning. Ridgefield had 3 different leads canceled out the very next half inning, and then took their 4th lead in the bottom of the 9th in a walk-off win. First pitch to Keith Jones, that curveball for a strike from Braden Markham. Final score yesterday, 8-7, as Jacob Sharp was the hero yesterday, scoring the winning run on a wild pitch with 2 down in the bottom of the 9th. 0-1 pitch is on the outside corner for strike. 0-2 the count, as called by Matt Van Houten, our home plate umpire today. Anthony Atkinson is in the field for our 2-man umpiring crew here in the West Coast League. No balls, 2 strikes, and 2 down. Curveball in the turf, and ball 1 from Braden Markham. So Ridgefield winning yesterday 8 runs on 13 hits. Portland 7 runs on 10 hits in the contest. 1-2 the count from Braden Markham from the wind, and a fastball up for ball 2 to Keith Jones. Bats third is the designated hitter today for Mark Magdaleno, plays for Washington State from Brentwood, California. The 2-2 pitch from the Rainier, Oregon native is low from Markham, 3-2. After retiring the first 2 guys he saw on a pop out and then a ground out, he's 1 strike away from a 1-2-3 inning, 1 ball away from putting a man on. Here's the payoff pitch. It's swung on and fouled back. High fly ball over the crowd here on the third base side. Another good crowd on hand. So really good attendance last night. 1,200 fans here at the Rourke yesterday evening to take in what was perhaps the most exciting game of the year. And a back-and-forth win for Ridgefield to win the series opener. Another payoff pitch. This one swung on. Line drive past Markham's head and into center field. Drifts to left center, and Keith Jones has a base hit with 2 down in the first inning. Well-hit line drive on a payoff pitch. And so he's on first for Dalton Mayshore, the right fielder today, hitting .305. He's from St. Mary's College. And the right-hand batter steps in to face the southpaw pitcher of Braden Markham. Ridgefield winning yesterday, and it helped out their spot in the standings. They jumped 2 spots yesterday with that victory. Here's the first pitch to Mayshore. He pops it foul. Ridgefield actually jumped ahead of Portland. They've jockeyed back and forth in the standings. Ridgefield was behind the Pickles coming into the first series. That was last week. Ridgefield won the first 2 games to put themselves ahead of Portland, then lost the finale and went back behind the Pickles. Then both teams went 2-1 on the weekend against different teams, so they stayed put. Portland third, Ridgefield fourth in the Southern Division, and then Ridgefield jumped back in front of them with yesterday's win. Here's a ground ball in the 0-1. Should be playable for Jake Sukata, and he does make the play, throwing over to first. And Braden Markham gives up just a 2-out single and nothing else. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left on for Braden Markham and the Ridgefield defense in the top half of the first. It'll be Jake Sukata, Mikey Kane, and Trent Prokes to hit for the Raptors when we come back. Through 1 half inning from Ridgefield, it's the Portland Pickles 0 and the Ridgefield Raptors coming up.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel and the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now, what are you waiting for? Apply today.
first inning on a gorgeous day from Southwest Washington. Thanks for joining us on the Raptors live stream as we hit game 2 of this 3-game series between the Raptors and the Pickles at 68 degrees. We're not expecting rain anytime through the weekend, maybe Monday, and good thing. Monday's the day off for Ridgefield. And then we'll have a home and away series against Corvallis on the road Tuesday at Goss Stadium, back home Wednesday to face the Knights, and then face them for a third time back down in Corvallis Thursday. And we're expecting high 70s most of next week, so it should be perfect for some baseball and more home games. Ridgefield in the middle of a 6-game homestand. Jake Sukata to the plate, bottom of the first inning, no score. After Braden Markham throws a scoreless first inning, allowing just one base runner. And now Jake Sukata to the plate in a scoreless contest. He leads off for Chris Coda's squad and plays second base today. Jason Doktorzik is on the mound for the Pickles, and a first pitch fastball at 90 miles an hour is outside for ball one. Doktorzik from Sonoma State. 6'6", 220-pound right-hand pitcher, making his fourth appearance for the Pickles this year. 1-0 pitch to Sukata taken for a strike. Sukata bats first. Behind him is Mikey Kane, the shortstop. Batting third, the right fielder, Trent Prokes. And the cleanup man, the hero yesterday, 2 home runs on the day, designated hitter Jacob Sharp is the cleanup man today. The 1-1 pitch to Sukata swung on and sprayed foul right to the Ridgefield dugout. Good thing they had the chain link fence closed there and bounces away. Batting fifth for Ridgefield, the catcher Isaac Lovings. In the sixth hole for the Raptors, first baseman Doyle Kane. Batting seventh, the center fielder Austin Cavanis. Batting eighth, left fielder Alex Sepulveda. And then it's Travis Welker batting ninth, the third baseman. Another foul ball from Sukata. He's got 2 strikes on him now, 1-2 the count. For Jake Sukata out of the University of Portland. Hitting .295 so far this summer. Pretty good start to the year for Suk. 3 doubles, 9 RBIs. No score here. Bottom of the first inning. Doktorzik looking into his battery mate, Logan Postian. The 1-2 pitch from the righty is a fastball hit to the left side in between the third baseman, Allen, and the shortstop, Russell. It gets into left field for a leadoff base hit. Good start for Jake Sukata to single. He's got his third hit on the series already. He's 3 for 5 so far against the Pickles. A little single through the left side on a grounder, and it brings up Mikey Kane with a runner on in the bottom half of the first inning. Ridgefield has been on a hot streak lately, 13-8 right now, so 5 games above 500, and really in a good stretch the last couple of series, really rounding into form. Question is if they can keep that going, but it's been good of late as Mikey Kane takes a breaking ball for a strike. When Ridgefield played that Cowlitz series, they were coming off a series loss against Edmonton and lost 2 series in a row. Turns out those are the only 2 series losses they've had to this point in the season, but they were back-to-back, Nanaimo and Edmonton. And then they lost the first game against Cowlitz and were on a bit of a slide and dropped back down to 6-6, and were risking getting below 500 for the first time. 0-1 pitch to Mikey Kane is fouled back. And not only would it have been the first time under 500 this year, it would have been the first time since 2019. Ridgefield had not had a losing record any time in 2021. Ever since the 2019 season, in which they finished with a 500 record. And were below 500 at times that season. Ridgefield has not been below 500 since August of 2019. And they would have been had they lost Game 2 against Cowlitz, as Mikey Kane watches a ball high. It's 1-2. They were trailing in the second game against Cowlitz, but came back to win that game to get back to 7-6. And that started a string where they're 7-2 since that game. Dropped to 6-6 on the year and have won 7 of their last 9 games when they had lost 4 of the previous 5 before this stretch. Runner on first here for the Raptors, no score. Mikey Kane reaches out and catches the top of the barrel on a 1-2 pitch and flies it foul to stay alive at 1-2. Nobody out here, bottom half of the first inning. Mikey Kane at the plate out of College of the Canyons and a commit since last December to USC. He's at the plate with nobody out. Outfield playing him fairly deep. Infield towards double play depth. Sukata has to dive back to first on a snap throw from Jason Doktorzik, who allowed a leadoff single on a 2-strike base hit. And now Mikey Kane has the same count, 1-2. Can he do something with the next pitch? Doktorczyk to the plate, swung on, a little fister towards short. Kyle Russell won't have a play at second. Got to throw to first, and he might have beat it out. Just got the throw in time. And Mikey Kane is put out at first base. It does advance Jake Sukata to second, so it works out like a sac bunt. And now with one away and a runner in scoring position, it's Trent Prokes up to the plate. From Modesto Junior College, headed to Cal State Bakersfield this year. Went 2 for 5 yesterday. Actually lowered his batting average, going 2 for 5 on the evening.
Now coming to the plate is number 8.
Was hitting .421. He's dropped all the way down to a measly .419. That .419 average leading the team. 4 doubles, 11 RBIs. He's also walked 11 times. He gets on base basically 1 out of every 2 times on average. Has a runner on second, 1 away. Doktorczyk comes home and a fly ball left field side. It'll tail foul into the grassy berm down the left field portion. And a lot of fans opting for that fun little patch of grass down the left field side on a warm day, but not that warm, and pretty strong winds here. So I dare say by the later evening, might see a few sweatshirts out tonight here in Southwest Washington. Wind blowing out to right field. The 0-1 pitch to Trent Prokes is just a bit inside. And a 1-1 count. 1 out, runner on second. Ridgefield trying to get on the scoreboard first like they did yesterday. Ridgefield jumped out in front, scoring 1 run in the first inning, but that lead erased the very next inning, very next half inning. The 1-1 pitch is swung on by Prokes, pops it up. He's hoping it'll get to the seats. It's not going to drift far enough. In fact, it'll stay nearly in fair territory. And the third baseman, Allen, is able to catch it in foul ground, just wide of third base. And it's out number 2 here in the first inning. Runner on second, still Sukata stays there. Jacob Sharp to the plate. What a day he had. When I said Ridgefield took a lead in the first inning, that was Jacob Sharp. With 2 down, he homered to left field. And that made it a 1-0 ball game. Ridgefield did not hold on to that lead and actually were trailing by 1 when he came up in the 7th inning and hit another home run. 3-run bomb to put Ridgefield ahead. And ultimately took a 3-run lead that inning. Called a strike on the first pitch to Jacob Sharp. So Ridgefield was down 1, scored the tying run, then Sharp came to the plate at the go-ahead 3-run home run. Even that lead did not hold as Portland had a 3-run home run the next half inning. And so on 3 separate occasions, Ridgefield took a lead, and it did not last through the next half inning. The 0-1 pitch to Jacob Sharp is fouled back. Now, Ridgefield did take a 4th lead in the ballgame. It was in the bottom of the 9th, and that was the one lead that you can't lose. You score in the bottom of the 9th to go ahead, well, that's game over. That's a walk-off win. You can't lose that lead. And so Ridgefield held on to the one lead it could not lose, and Ridgefield won in walk-off fashion. And the guy who scored was Jacob Sharp, sprinting down from third base on a wild pitch to just barely beat the throw back from the catcher. And that ended the game in the bottom of the 9th. 0-2 pitch is letter high for a ball. There were 2 outs, bases loaded for Ridgefield in the bottom of the 9th, and Portland switched pitchers. And very first pitch he threw in the dirt and only got a few feet away from home plate, but Jacob Sharp made a snap decision, didn't hesitate, and slid in feet first just with the tag slapped down on his cleats a half second after he touched home. And Ridgefield won 8-7 last night. Now Sharp at the plate for his first at-bat today. By the way, with his 2 home runs yesterday, he is now tied for the league lead. Leads the team with 5 dingers and is one of 2 players in the West Coast League with 5 home runs this year. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jacob Sharp. Here's the pitch. It's down and away. And ball 2. The runner on second, bottom half of the first inning. No score. Last year, Ridgefield had the home run king. Will Chambers led the league with 8 home runs. Ridgefield hoping to have that mantle 2 years in a row. 2-2 pitch to Jacob Sharp. Hit on the ground. He'll get through the left side. Sukata is going to be waved around. The throw from up still in left field is not in time and cut off. Jake Sukata scores on the RBI base hit. And who else? It's Jacob Sharp. Jake Sukata had singled through the left side to begin this bottom of the first inning. 3 batters later, it's another ground ball through that same hole, and Jacob Sharp collects the RBI. It's 1-0 Ridgefield in the first inning, and Isaac Lovings will be the batter. 2 hits so far in the frame, both ground balls in the hole to left field. So Jacob Sharp collects his 5th RBI in the series, and this is only the 10th inning of the series. He's at first base being held on by Jacob Jablonski. Isaac Lovings to the plate, waits on a breaking ball and swings but does not get a piece of it. 0-1 the count to the Pacific University catcher, Isaac Lovings. Doyle Kane is on deck. Austin Cavanis would be next. Bottom of the first inning, 1-0 lead for Ridgefield here at the Rourke. Doc Torzik from the stretch. Another breaking ball, and Lovings again swings, but does not find that looping, curling curveball from Jason Doc Torzik. Jake Sukata led off with a single, then a ground ball by Mikey Kane advanced him to second. Trent Prokes popped out. Sukata had to stay on second, so Ridgefield needed a base hit and got that from Jacob Sharp. 0-2 will come after a pickoff move over to Sharp. By the way, that'll increase his slugging percentage a little bit. Came in at .673 as his slugging percentage. He is the only guy in the West Coast League with a slugging percentage over 600. So he leads the league, and it's not close. And Jacob Sharp's single will increase a little more. Isaac Loving swings a little late on that breaker and goes down swinging. But the Raptors do score a run. 2 hits, 1 run, no errors, and 1 left aboard in the bottom of the first inning. We head to the second. It's the Portland Pickles 0 and the Ridgefield Raptors 1.
I'm all about keeping my family driving safe. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So I insist we choose Les Schwab tires for safety services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Stuff those cheap tire centers don't offer. Because I want a backseat drive with confidence. Dad, speed check.
Help maximize your mileage with a free safety check. Just swing by Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing. Applies to passenger cars, SUVs, and light trucks only.
A 380 batting average is like using Dawn as your mortgage lender. She has over 30 years rounding the bases to a new home and loves helping families build their dreams. Know anyone buying their first home? Would you like to make a cash offer on your next purchase? Evergreen Home Loans can help with several loan options. Call Dawn today to get started, 360-608-7438. Again, that's 360-608-7438. She would love to send you home. Go Raptors!
Well, there's few series I look forward to more than this one here this week. In fact, this might be the one. Ridgefield and Portland had some fantastic games last year. Divisional rivals who came down the home stretch, jockeying for playoff positioning, ended up tied last year in the standings and are in step this year already with nearly an identical record. And it's been a great game yesterday and today so far. We head to the second inning. 1-0 is the score. Ridgefield on top. In the top half of the second, Braden Markham will face the middle of the Portland order. Nick Upstill, Kyle Russell, Jacob Jablonski are the hitters for the Pickles here in the top half of the second. So Braden Markham giving up 1 single in the first inning and getting 3 outs to infielders. And now starts the top of the second inning against Nick Upstill with a fastball hit hard to left field, but playable for Alex Sepulveda. Looking up into the sky and makes the catch for a first pitch put out. And there's 1 away in the second. 1-0 lead for the Raptors. Now Sepulveda in left field doesn't have to deal with the sun too much. It's basically the right fielder who's right looking at the sun. Trent Prokes is the guy right now looking directly. Not too bad right now, but once it gets towards the horizon in about an hour, and we'll set just after 9 o'clock. As Kyle Russell comes to the plate. It's a ball high and away, and it's a 1-0 count. And we had the 1-0 pitch to Kyle Russell's fouled back. So in the later stages of the game, the left fielder will have trouble. In fact, Keith Jones did lose the ball yesterday in the sky, got above the lights and in the night sky, just couldn't see it, and dropped for a double in Ridgefield's favor. But really, it's the right fielder with the toughest play. Now here's a ball hit to right field. Trent Brooks has to go back to the warning track, to the fence, and that ball carries out. A solo home run for Kyle Russell. Popped it up to right field, and the wind helped out, and Kyle Russell homers to tie the ball game up. It's 1-1.
Fans, my apologies. That is number 34, Kyle Russell.
So Jacob Jablonski will be the batter in a tie game as Portland gets yet another home run. They had a solo homer to right field in the third inning yesterday by Dalton Mayshore. Also had a 3-run homer by Jacob Jablonski to right field in the 8th inning. And a solo home run by Michael Campagna. 3 dingers yesterday. Ridgefield had 2 of its own, with Jacob Sharp collecting both. Jacob Jablonski takes a strike, and it's 0-1 with 1 away. Braden Markham deals a fastball outside for ball 1. Bases empty, 1 out, tie score into the top of the second. So for the 4th time this series, and we're just in game number 2, Ridgefield takes a lead and doesn't hold on to it to the next half inning. Here's a line drive to left field, and Alex Sepulveda has to play it on a hop. It's a base hit for Jacob Jablonski, who's had a good series. Went 3 for 4 yesterday, had that 3-run home run, and now follows with a single in his first at-bat today. So 1 on and 1 out in a tie score, both teams with 2 hits, and now 3 for the Pickles. And Kyler Stancato is the batter, hitting 188 on the summer so far. 2 doubles and a home run. Braden Markham on the mound. The left-hander looking over at Jablonski. Goes to the plate with a breaking ball hit towards short. Mikey Kane will step on the bag himself, wing it to first. Got himself a 6-3 double play. Mikey Kane to his brother Doyle Kane. And you only need the 2 brothers to get the double play. And that ends the inning. There are 2 hits, none left on, and 1 home run in the frame. And Portland comes back to tie it up. 1-1 is the score. To the bottom of the second we go from Ridgefield. Portland and the Raptors both at 1.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, post-retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
Beautiful day at the Rourke. Great ballpark here in Southwest Washington. And the Les Schwab left field platform is a perfect spot for your group, business, church, or league to enjoy a Raptors game. Visit RidgefieldRaptors.com for more information about reserving this great spot for your group. It's out in left field on that platform over the bullpen in left. And this is the Les Schwab left field platform. Well, Jason Doktorczyk back onto the bump for the Pickles. He'll be pitching to Doyle Kane, and then Austin Cavanis, Alex Sepulveda will be the hitters in a tie game. Bottom half of the second inning. Both teams scoring 1 in their most recent half inning of play. The exact same score as yesterday when Portland didn't score in the top half of the first. Ridgefield scored 1 in the bottom half of the first. Portland scored 1 in the top half of the second. Same thing, both games. As Doktorczyk misses, has to ask the home plate umpire Matt Van Houten exactly where it eluded the strike zone. It is 1-0 to Doyle Kane, who is hitting .373 on the summer. The 1-0 pitch is inside for ball 2. He actually didn't get a hit yesterday, but did walk twice, one of them intentional, but did snap a 5-game hit streak. Looking to restart a new one here. some point today. Is ahead 2-0. The pitch is belt high, and strike one to Doyle Kane from College of the Canyons, and leads the team with 28 hits so far in the summer. And he's walked 10 times as well. Outfield playing him pretty deep. The 2-1 pitch from Jason Doc Torzik is swung on and hit pretty hard on a line, but down the right field side, foul. And it's a 2-2 count to Doyle Kane. Spent 3 years at College of the Canyons and looking for a new home. And it's got some options. Excited to see where Doyle Kane ends up. He's leading off here in the bottom of the second inning, 1-1 score. Doc Torzik with the 2-2 from the line. It's outside. Good pitch by Doc Torzik, but Doyle Kane has a keen eye and does not chase that fastball away. Full count to Doyle Kane with Austin Cavanis on deck, trying to lead off an inning with a base hit just like Sukata did last inning. Here's the payoff. It's a breaking ball fouled back. And Doyle Kane stays alive. And we'll see the seventh pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Austin Cavanis says, I did that yesterday and more. He's on deck. He had a 10-pitch at-bat yesterday. Really raising the pitch count for the Pickles. Fouling off pitch after pitch. Doyle Kane with another payoff upcoming. He takes a swing, hits it pretty hard to right field, but Mayshore might have a play on it back to the warning track and makes the grab just in front of the fence. A hard fly out for Doyle Kane, but didn't quite get it up into the jet stream enough, and it carries just shy of the wall on a 7-pitch at-bat. Now Austin Cavanis, the batter, with one away. And a tie score, bottom half of the second inning.
19, your center fielder from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo.
So Ridgefield winning yesterday, 8-7 the final score to improve to 13-8. Portland 10-7. In front of 1,200 fans yesterday. Here's Doc Torzik with a fastball for a strike. The winning pitcher yesterday, Jeter Sherman, came into the ninth inning, tie score, stranded 2 runners in the ninth. And then in the bottom half of the ninth, Ridgefield broke that 7-7 tie, scoring the walk-off run. So Sherman was the pitcher of record. Fastball off the hands, popped up by Cavanis, and Peyton Allen is able to take a few steps over and grab it for out number 2. With nobody on, Alex Sepulveda, the batter. I said to Jeter yesterday, hey, you're the winning pitcher, and he kind of scoffed at it and said, I don't really like that stat. He was happy to win, but he doesn't really care about the whole wins mark. And to be fair, the winning pitcher stat it's not perfect. I mean, because he pitched one scoreless inning, if Ridgefield hadn't scored, he wouldn't have gotten the win. There's a lot out of your control, so I don't blame him at all. As Sepulveda hits one foul down the first base side. 2 outs, nobody on. And he's more concerned about just how effective he actually is in helping the team win. Whether or not he gets the win himself is not of much concern to Jeter Sherman, and I don't blame him. Bottom of the second inning, the 0-1 from Jason Doc Torzik. Fastball again hit foul. This one much higher looping fly ball, but it's strike 2 on Alex Sepulveda out of L.A. Mission College. Hitting 5 for 17 on the summer so far with a double and a home run. Made his debut 8 days ago, against Portland down at Walker Stadium. The 0-2 to Sepulveda from Doc Torzik is high, eye level for ball 1. Sepulveda's debut is a good one. He doubled for his first hit. It was a scoreless ball game into the 5th inning in the series opener last week against Portland. He hit a ball almost over the fence, got a double out of it, and scored the next batter. 1-2 pitch in the dirt. He checked his swing. On appeal, no swing. And a 2-2 count to Alex Sepulveda. Travis Welker hit him in for the go-ahead RBI that ended up being the game-winning run as Ridgefield shut out Portland on Tuesday last week. It turned out to be a 3-0 victory, and Sepulveda scored the first run of the game in the 5th inning. Now facing Portland again, 2-2 pitch, just rolls outside. Doc Torzik thought it was strike 3 for an inning-ending punch-out, but he's going to need to throw at least one more pitch. Full count, 2 down, bases empty for Alex Sepulveda. Right-hand hitter against right-handed pitcher. Here's the payoff from Jason Doc Torzik, swung on and fouled back. And Doc Torzik needs to keep on going, pitch another one, up to his 36th pitch so far on the evening. Braden Markham has thrown 23. in the game so far for the Raptors. Bottom half of the second inning. Doc Torzik into the wind for another payoff and swung on, again fouled back. As Ridgefield battles through a 7-pitch at-bat to begin this inning for Doyle Kane, although he did ultimately fly out. Austin Cavanagh saw 2 pitches in his AB, and Alex Sepulveda has now fouled off 4 pitches in this at-bat alone. 8th pitch of the AB upcoming. 2 down, bases empty for Jason Doc Torzik. Into the wind, another foul ball, and Alex Sepulveda keeps on roping pitches to the right field side. A lot of souvenirs to have over there. And we'll see another 3-2 pitch from Jason Doc Torzik. 9th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. And 18th pitch of the inning, and he hasn't allowed a base runner, has Doc Torzik. Here's another payoff pitch, breaking ball, grounded foul towards Chris Cota on the third base side. We'll see a 10-pitch at-bat. Austin Cavanagh had a 10-pitch AB yesterday. He ultimately grounded out to the first baseman. Now Alex Sepulveda trying to turn a 10-pitch at-bat into a base hit or walk. That would do the job. Here's a 3-2. Yet again from Doc Torzik. This one hit high in the air, shallow center field. Coming in is Kyler Stancato. He's calling for it, and he makes the grab to put away Alex Sepulveda. 10-pitch AB and a pretty long inning. It ultimately turns out to be a 19-pitch frame in a 3-up, 3-down inning for Jason Doc Torzik. And he goes another scoreless frame for the first time. It's 1-1 between the Raptors and the Pickles. We head to the third inning here from the Rourke.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, PERS retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Top of the third inning here from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. Braden Markham trying to hold on to a 1-1 tie, facing Logan Postian, the 9-hole hitter. Then top of the order will come up after that. First pitch fastball gets past the barrel of Postian, who's getting his first start of the summer for the Portland Pickles. Bats ninth. He's the catcher today and is leading off the third inning. 0-1 pitch is hit down the right field side. Will get foul. Postian is from Oregon, grew up in La Grande, where Eastern Oregon University is located. He left the state to play Pac-12 baseball for Arizona State University. Spent 1 year in Tempe, transferred to Eugene to play for Mark Wazakowski and the Ducks of U of O. Did not appear in a game this year for Oregon, and now is getting his second AB of the summer, first start of the year for the Pickles. Takes a pitch inside for ball one from Braden Markham. So it's LeGrand against Rainier in the batter versus pitcher matchup. A ball inside. No, on the corner. Strike three taken. And Braden Markham catches him looking to punch out Logan Postian to open up the third. And there's one out and a tie score here at the Rourke. Eddie Saldivar coming up. If ends when you play Washington Lottery, you not only help ABCs, you also help PhDs. Visit WALottery.com for more information, and thanks for playing. First pitch to Eddie Saldivar is a called strike. Popped out in his first at-bat. He is 4 for 8 so far in the summer. Good little start for him, joining the team just a few days ago. 0-1 pitch is way outside. One out, nobody on, tie score, third inning. second Summer League Team of the Year for Eddie Saldivar. Began the year in the opposite corner of this country. Was in Florida, playing in the Cape Cod League to begin this summer. 1-1 pitch is up, ball 2. He was playing in Falmouth for the Commodores of the Cape. And played a few games there, just got 15 at-bats, came back here to the Pacific Northwest, and now playing for the Pickles. He hits one foul in on the hands and kind of lost his footing there for strike 2. He's okay. Plays for Long Beach State as a sophomore for the Dirtbags. He's from Fresno, California, and was an everyday starter for Long Beach State this past season. 2-2 pitch to him, breaking ball just above the belt. And ball 3 from Braden Markham. Outfield playing very deep to Eddie Saldivar. And pretty much all day you'll see Trent Prokes playing near the warning track in right field. Here's the payoff pitch. It's up near the head and hit the helmet of Eddie Saldivar. He's okay, barely winced and jogs to first on a ball that ricocheted off his dome and nearly got over the netting behind home plate. And that glancing blow did not cause too much pain for Eddie Saldivar. He's okay, and he's on to first base with a hit by pitch. So 1 on and 1 away for the Portland Pickles in the top of the third. And Peyton Allen will be the batter. After the Fresno native, if Eddie Saldivar comes in, it's the Fresno State infielder and Peyton Allen. And the first pitch to Peyton is fouled back. Now, Eddie Saldivar went from Fresno, California to play in Long Beach, whereas Peyton Allen came to Fresno State from Visalia. Peyton Allen, who went 0 for 5 yesterday, snapped a 4-game hit streak, and then began this day with a ground out to short. Now as a runner on first, 1 away, top half of the third inning. Braden Markham looking over at first, comes home with the 0-1 and gets a called strike on the fastball 0-2. Doesn't have a ton of velo, 83 to 86, decent speed. It's really the command and a curveball that'll flash in there, an occasional changeup, but not too often. We're trying to work on that this summer. Just added it recently, so the changeup is one of the projects for Braden Markham this summer, to throw it in game situations and execute it. Has an 0-2 count. Might throw the changeup here. No, goes back to the fastball and misses high and away. If he is going to throw the change, it would be to a right-handed batter. Have it tail away from the barrel. And Peyton Allen is a righty. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on first. Peyton Allen at the plate with a .283 batting average so far this season. Markham turns the cap over to first and will throw to the bag to get Eddie Saldivar back. So after the inning opening strikeout for Braden Markham, a hit by pitch, and now with 1 out and 1 on, he's got 2 strikes on Peyton Allen. Middle infield and double play depth. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped into right field. He'll get down for a base hit. Eddie Saldivar sprints around second. He will get to third. And it's going to be a 1-out single for Peyton Allen. And now runners on the corners for the Pickles with only 1 out in the third inning. Just got under that ball and only hit it about 100 feet over the first baseman's head, maybe a $125 down the line for Peyton Allen. And he gets a single to right field. And the go-ahead run for Portland is at third base with 1 away. It's Keith Jones to the plate. Dalton Mayshore is on deck. 1 out, runners on the edges for the Pickles, who are looking for their first lead of the game. Ridgefield got ahead in the first inning and then squandered that lead the next frame. Did not score in the bottom half of the second, and so Portland has the table set for a lead in the third inning. Middle infield stays in double play depth. They're playing back. Corner infielders playing even with the bag. Curve ball in the first pitch, and Keith Jones takes a swing at it, fouls it back. It's 0-1 from Braden Markham. Went 4 innings against Portland last week, gave up 1 run. Similarly, he has given up 1 so far, trying to keep it at that mark. Struck out 4 and did not give up a walk. So far today, no walks either, but has given up 4 base hits. 0-1 the count to Keith Jones. Lefty on lefty matchup. Fastball hit towards short over the head of Mikey Kane. It's an RBI base hit for Keith Jones, and that gives Portland the lead. 2-1 the advantage for the Pickles on a little Texas leaguer for Keith Jones in on the hands, but he got good contact and Gets that one over Mikey Kane's head for an RBI single to left center field, and that scores Eddie Saldivar. 2-1 lead. Peyton Allen stopped at second. Top half of the third inning. And Dalton Mayshore, the batter. The right fielder who has home runs in back-to-back games for the Pickles. Yesterday had a solo shot. Runners in first and second for the Pickles. Curveball for a strike from Braden Markham. We'll throw that curveball first pitch. Last two at-bats. One time to a left-handed batter. One time to a righty. Got pretty good 12-6 drop, and so that breaking ball able to be thrown to hitters of each type. The 0-1 pitch is taken. A fastball above the belt. Ball one. That's one of the main differences. Slider is, at least these days, more common of a breaking ball pitch. A lot of guys, fastball, slider, changeup combo. But then if you have a slider, much less likely to throw it to a guy, lefty-righty matchup or righty-lefty. But a curveball doesn't quite have that problem. Here's a ground ball off the foot of Markham. Sukata comes in to scoop it up, throws to first, and not in time. And so it's an infield single off the pitcher's foot. Braden Markham seems okay. It looked like it caught him in the cleat, and it seems to have ricocheted off the shoe and doesn't seem to be bothering him. It got to Sukata, but not quick enough to get the out. And so it's bases loaded with one out as Portland tries to reload and get a multiple-run lead here. Hard hit ball by Dalton Mayshore. Off the pitcher. And that loads the bases. Peyton Allen to third. Keith Jones into scoring position. And Nick Upstill will be the batter. But he will not get a plate appearance until Tyler Raskin comes out of the dugout. The pitching coach for Ridgefield strolls out to have a conversation with Braden Markham. I want to remind you that LA Fitness is the official training facility of the Raptors. LA Fitness continues to increase its presence by focusing on the one lifelong benefit valued by everyone, good health. Be sure to ask for Reagan at the Hazel Dell location. That's LA Fitness. So bases juiced for the Pickles. Nick Upstill, the batter out of San Francisco State, had a really good start to the year. .423 batting average, 11 for 26, including 3 extra base hits. Got the day off yesterday and has only seen one pitch today. He flew out to left field on the first pitch of his at-bat last inning. Now comes back at the bases loaded, 1 out. After the mound visit, Braden Markham ready to go. Flashes the curveball again. 3 straight batters he's thrown that first pitch. This time, it's a ball. Threw it for a strike the other 2 times. He's behind 1-0. Portland already scoring 1 run to take a lead this inning. Fastball grounded up the middle. Mikey Kane comes over, bobbles it, throws to second to get the out. Sukata gets the force out, but a run comes home. A spectacular play would have led to a double play. Mikey Kane made a good play. Not a spectacular one, but a good one, and got the fielder's choice. But a run does come home. And so it's a fielder's choice RBI for Nick Upstill that brings home Peyton Allen. Keith Jones to third base. Dalton Mayshore forced out at second. And now it's runners on the corners for Kyle Russell with 2 outs in the away half of the third inning. So this inning began with a strikeout, then a hit by pitch, a single, and a third one in a row. And then a fielder's choice for out number 2. Here's the first pitch to Kyle Russell for a strike with a big secondary lead for Nick Upstill. They might send him, try to get 2 runners in scoring position. It's Isaac Lovings behind the plate today as the battery mate for Braden Markham this afternoon, or evening I should say. Feels like an afternoon with how late sunset is these days in Southwest Washington, but it's 7:20 p.m. as Kyle Russell takes a big cut and strike 2. Kyle Russell, who grew up in University Place, Washington, spent 2 years at Washington State so far, started 71 games in his career to this point for the Cougars. Now playing for the Portland Pickles as runners on the corners with an 0-2 count and 2 away. Here's the next pitch with a runner going. Curveball. Lovings throws down to second. It's in time with a runner coming home from third, but he will not score as Nick Upstill is caught stealing. And Isaac Lovings gets the throw out to end the inning. Portland does score 2 in the frame. 3 straight singles helps him out, and they take a 2-run lead. One left aboard here in the frame. And so Portland takes their first lead of the contest. To the bottom of the third inning we go. It's a 3-1 advantage for the Portland Pickles.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Bottom of the third inning, and Ridgefield has some catching up to do. It's a 3-1 lead for the Portland Pickles. And it's Travis Welker to lead off for Ridgefield in the bottom half of the third inning. Thanks for joining us on the Ridgefield Raptors live stream. I'm Josh Warden. Game 2 of this series between the Picks and the Raps. As Portland tries to even up the series, force a rubber match tomorrow, which is at 6:35. Regardless of if it is a rubber match or if Ridgefield can claim the series today and improve to 4-1 against Portland this year. Jason Doktorczyk back out on the mound. Travis Welker to the plate for his first at-bat of the day. He's on a 4-game hit streak. Got his batting average over 300 now. Welker swings at the first pitch. Ground ball past Doktorczyk, but snared by the second baseman. Saldivar throws over to first and is able to get Welker out on the first pitch. And so we're back to the top of the order with one out, and the base is empty. Bottom of the third inning. In a 3-1 ball game, Portland in front. Jake Sukata, who is a Portland pilot out of Aiea, Hawaii, is at the plate with one away. Mikey Kane on deck. Sukata's 1 for 1 with a single. And the first pitch from Jason Doktorczyk to him is taken outside. Sukata grew up going to a private school, Punahou School. It's a K-12 Catholic institution in Honolulu. Not a long drive from Aiea. And went there every year, kindergarten through 12th grade. 1-0 pitch grounded past Doktorczyk, and that's into center field. 2 straight ground balls right past the pitcher. One of them fielded by the second baseman. The other one gets past and into center. It's a single up the middle for Jake Sukata. And Mikey Kane comes up for his second at-bat, both times with Sukata standing at first. It's a 3-1 ball game. Ridgefield scored the first one of the game. Mikey Kane did advance Sukata on a ground ball to short, and Sukata got to second on the play. So Mikey Kane, who's hitting .311 on the summer with 1 out and 1 on. He's representing the tying run is Mikey. Bottom half of the third. First pitch, he hits it off the hands and foul. But out that for Jake Sukata to go K-12. He's standing at first base now. K-12 school. And then goes to University of Portland the last 3 years. I know some guys who are on their third or even fourth college. Jake Sukata's been at 2 schools ever. Kindergarten through going into his 4th year of college. He's only been at 2 schools his whole life. And some guys have been at double that amount just since high school. Some real consistency for Jake Sukata. And speaking of consistency, he has singled both at-bats and sees a couple pickoff moves here in the third inning from Doktorczyk. So Sukata standing at first base, hoping to score and cut the lead in half. 3-1 deficit for the Raptors. Bottom half of the third. 0-1 the count with 1 away to Mikey Kane, right-handed batter. Second pitch to him is popped up into right field. Not too deep for Dalton Mayshore, looking up into the sky and makes the grab to put away Mikey Kane. 2 down in the third inning, and Trent Prokes coming up. Fouled out to the third baseman in his only at-bat so far. He scored 16 runs this season on 16 games. That's a pretty good average of runs per game. Went 2 for 5 yesterday. So the right fielder steps in, batting left-handed. Runner on first and 2 away. And it's Jacob Sharp on deck for the Raptors in the third inning. Doc Torzik looks over at Sukata, being held on by Jablonski. Doc Torzik from the stretch and throws to Trent Prokes, a called strike, and it's 0-1. Beautiful day here in Ridgefield, not too hot. Started out first pitch at 68 degrees. Right now it's 66. And a pretty firm wind out to right field. Pretty blustery day in Ridgefield. 0-1 is swung on. Ground ball to short. 2-hopper to Kyle Russell. He will speed to the bag and record an unassisted put out for a fielder's choice. And that ends the inning. Ridgefield gets 1 single from Jake Sukata. But that's all for the Raptors in the home half of the third inning. We are through 3 from Ridgefield. It's the Pickles 3 and the Raptors 1.
A 380 batting average is like using Dawn as your mortgage lender. She has over 30 years rounding the bases to a new home and loves helping families build their dreams. Know anyone buying their first home? Would you like to make a cash offer on your next purchase? Evergreen Home Loans can help with several loan options. Call Dawn today to get started. 360-608-7438. Again, that's 360-608-7438. She would love to send you home. Go Raptors.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the 9th inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban, or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
Through 3 innings from the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex in Ridgefield, Washington and Clark County, the Portland Pickles have posted 3 runs on 6 hits, no errors, and the Ridgefield Raptors with 1 run on 3 hits and no errors. Braden Markham returns to the mound for the Raptors, top half of the 4th, and will be facing Kyle Russell for a second, sort of third time today. Russell was at the plate last inning, had 2 strikes on him, but then a caught stealing ended the frame until Russell comes back to lead off the 4th inning with a 0-0 count. First pitch is fouled away. Russell homered in the 2nd inning to tie the game. Solo shot that carried out to right field just over the wall. And that knotted it up at 1-1. Portland came back for 2 more in the 3rd. We're now in the 4th inning with that 2-run frame being the difference. Breaking ball that gets Russell to go around halfway and did just barely make an attempt for strike 2. So just like last inning, he gets behind 0-2, but there's no one to get caught stealing this time around, as that ended the frame with a runner at third, a runner at first who got caught stealing. The 0-2 pitch to Russell, hit back towards Markham. He fields on the first bounce, and he will sprint over to first to shorten up the throw, and then overhands to Doyle Kane for the putout. A 1-3 ground out, and there's 1 away at the top of the 4th. 3-1 lead for the Pickles. Really good movement from Isaac Lovings to end last inning. There were runners in the corners, and he had the caught stealing at second base, and it was a curveball, so it takes a little longer to get there. It was also low, so he has to reach down for it, then come out of his crouch, and his throw was accurate, and it threw him out easily. It was not particularly a close play at second base. Jacob Jablonski, the batter, takes a strike on the curve from Braden Markham. Really been throwing that a lot first pitch on these hitters. And then primarily fastball after that. The 0-1 is another breaking ball. Goes to it 2 straight times, and Jablonski was swinging out in front, perhaps expecting the heater, and fouls at third base side for an 0-2 count. Jablonski 1 for 1 on the day, singled to left field. in the second inning, but was stranded. And now has the bases empty with one out in the fourth inning. The two-strike pitch is fouled away, and Jablonski stays alive on Braden Markham's 40th pitch of the evening. And Jablonski at the plate out of Palmdale, California, having a good series so far. He's 4 for 5 with a 3-run home run yesterday. The 0-2 pitch to Jablonski is swung on. A high bouncer towards second base. Jake Sukata's momentum going away from first. Plants his foot, throws back to first base, and in time on one hop to Doyle Kane. Jake Sukata had a lot of momentum going away from first base and really had to stop that movement, come back to first, and just did get Jacob Jablonski on a 4-3 ground out. 2 straight grounders to begin the fourth inning. Kyler Stancato, the batter, who grounded into a double play his first at-bat. Mikey Kane and Doyle Kane teaming up for the 6-3 ground ball twin killer. And the first pitch from Braden Markham is a strike on the fastball this time, beginning an at-bat. Top half of the fourth inning, 3-1 lead for Portland. Now goes to the curve and drops it below the zone for a 1-1 to Kyler Stancato. The Washington State outfielder batted leadoff yesterday for the Pickles. Did not get a hit. Moves down to the 8 hole today. The 1-1 pitch to him. Fastball hit on the ground to left field past the shortstop Mikey Kane. And it's a single for Kyler Stancato. Breaks a little spell for him. He had been hitting decently well on the season, just not against Ridgefield. Had a .226 batting average against all teams not named the Ridgefield Raptors. He was 1 for 16 against Ridgefield. Actually 1 for 17, including that double play earlier today. But he singles here with 2 outs. And now Logan Postian is the batter. He led off last inning, which turned out to be a 2-run inning for the Pickles. However, he led off striking out. Portland came back with a rally to follow. Next 4 guys reached after Logan Postian. Now he's trying to get on base and stretch out a 2-out rally as a throw over to first base. And Doyle Kane holds the tag on Kyler Stancato. But he got back safely. 2 down, top of the fourth inning. Runner on first base. Portland 3, Ridgefield 1. Early on in this contest, Braden Markham, the southpaw, looks over at first, the slide step home, and a fastball for a strike. Portland with some activity in its bullpen. Looks like that's David Morgan out there throwing. Did make a brief appearance yesterday in the ball game. He's warming up the arm just a little bit out in the pen. The 0-1 pitch from Braden Markham, a curveball fouled back. It's 0-2 count. Nobody throwing right now for Ridgefield in the bullpen. Braden Markham trying to get through a fourth inning just like he did last week against Portland. Went 4 innings in a start. Gave up 1 run that time. He has given up 3 this time around. And a 3-1 margin with Portland in front. No balls and 2 strikes, the count to Logan Postian. Fouls another one off. His first start of the year, got 1 at-bat coming into today, was 0 for 1 in a game against Ridgefield, and a pinch hit opportunity. And so this is just his 3rd at-bat of the summer. Has 2 down and an 0-2 count from Braden Markham. Infield shifted a bit towards the left. Mikey Kane playing towards the third base side. And Jake Sukata shifted just a bit towards second base. The 0-2 pitch to Postian is again fouled back. Good at-bat for the catcher. And the home plate umpire, Matt Van Houten's going to need some more baseballs. A lot of foul balls today. Saw a 7-pitch at-bat and a 10-pitch at-bat for Ridgefield in the same inning. And now Logan Postian is fouled off. 3 straight pitches. Braden Markham up to 60 pitches on the evening. Trying to get out of this 4th inning in scoreless fashion. The 0-2 upcoming from Braden comes to the plate. Curveball hit up in the air. Might stay in play, and Doyle Kane should have a chance at it. Drifts over into foul ground and makes the catch. A foul out to in the frame. No runs for the Pickles in the 4th inning on 1 hit and 1 left on. We are on to the bottom of the 4th with Ridgefield trying to make up the 2-run deficit It's 3-1 Pickles here in Southwest Washington.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel and the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now, what are you waiting for? Apply today.
Ridgefield Main Street supports the Raptors and is dedicated to preserving the cultural heritage of downtown Ridgefield while advocating for its future. See you downtown and at ridgefieldmainstreet.com.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
Portland Pickles and Ridgefield Raptors, Game 5 of the season out of 6 between these two teams this summer. As Portland, hoping to win the final 2 games of this series, would tie up Ridgefield 3 games apiece if they can win today. And they do lead, force a rubber match tomorrow. But right now, Ridgefield is coming to the plate with their big slugger coming up, Jacob Sharp, on a hot streak. A single today, 2 home runs yesterday. He's hitting .327 on the summer. He'll lead off the bottom of the 4th against Jason Doktorzik, a 3-1 advantage for the Portland Pickles. Sharp, who singled back in the first inning for an RBI, the only run batted in on the day, had 4 of those yesterday. And now a lead-off an inning, bottom half of the 4th. On a beautiful day here in Ridgefield. By the way, congratulations to a happy couple today. It's IQ Credit Union today with Credit Union Day. A lot of the employees out in the field for the first pitch and national anthem and on hand here today. So welcome to all the IQ Credit Union employees, but 2 in particular. As Jacob Doktorzik comes to the plate and Jason misses outside for a ball. We knew of a proposal that was going to happen behind the mound right after the first pitch, and it was a successful one. Ty Percy got down on a knee and proposed to his girlfriend. 1-0 pitch is a foul tip to Jacob Sharp. And Amber Robbins, the lucky lady who said yes. And Ty Percy and Amber Robbins, he's an IQ Credit Union employee and got engaged today, right behind the mound before today's ball game. So fun to see a proposal right in front of all the fans here. Take some guts to do that. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Jacob Sharp. Fastball away for ball 2. The home plate umpire, Matt Van Houten, talking with the Portland dugout and issuing some sort of warning, making sure nothing too much was said over on that side. 2-1 the count to Jacob Sharp, leadoff man in the 4th inning. Fastball, he hits foul on the right side, tailing towards the seats, and will just get out of reach for Jacob Jablonski running down that side. 2-2 the count to Jacob Sharp. Saw a proposal today. Last year we had a wedding on the field. One of the players, Eli Schubert, got hitched at home plate July 14th of last year, coming up on his first-year anniversary with Aaron, who is now working for the Raptors, so he gets to pitch again for Ridgefield this year. And his wife here in Ridgefield as well. 2-2 pitch slides away. Ball 3 to Jacob Sharp. And a full count to Jacob at a UNLV, transferring there from Fullerton College. And has a payoff pitch upcoming from Jason Doktorzik. Leadoff man. Here's the payoff pitch from the right-hander. Breaking ball grounded towards short. 2-hopper Kyle Russell fields cleanly. Whips it to first. Good pick by Jablonski. And Jacob Sharp is out to lead off the 4th inning. Isaac Loving's the batter. In a 2-run deficit here in Ridgefield. 7 hits today for the Pickles, 3 for the Raptors. But most games, Ridgefield does get the offense going at some point or another. 1 run today. They average 8 on the season, which is first in the league, and kept that average intact yesterday, scoring exactly 8 runs. And game number 21 on the year, winning 8-7 over Portland last night. Here's Isaac Levings at the plate. Didn't start yesterday. Now gets an at-bat here today and starting at catcher. First pitch strike. Ridgefield, a lot of pop in the bat. So any deficit seems a little smaller when it's Ridgefield coming from behind compared to most other teams. They're first in the league in most offensive categories. 0-1 pitches on the inside corner for strike two. First in the league in batting average and on base percentage and slugging percentage. At .433 on the slugging percentage, only team over 400. That's how big of a gap it is. And first in the league with 21 home runs. The 0-2 pitch to Isaac Levings is outside, ball one. With one away, base is empty and a 2-run deficit. 21 home runs on the year for Ridgefield. Next closest is 16. So pretty good margin between Ridgefield and the next closest team in the league. There's the 1-2 pitch from Doc Torzik. It is taken in the dirt for ball two. Isaac Levings has played a role with those home runs. He's accounted for 3 of them himself. Jacob Sharp leads the team, the guy right in front of him in the batting order with 5. So there's 8 home runs between the cleanup hitter and 5-hole hitter for Ridgefield. 2-2 pitch to Levings, tails away for ball 3. Works back from an 0-2 count and now has a full count from Jason Doc Torzik.
Let's make lots of noise for him.
With one out, the base is empty. Full count pitch upcoming to Isaac Levings here in the bottom of the 4th. Here it comes to Isaac, swung on and just over it for strike 3. Couldn't quite locate that fastball with the barrel, and it's 2 down in the 4th inning. Doyle Kane, the hitter. So base is empty for Doyle. Flew out to right field in his first at-bat on the 7th pitch of that AB. And now facing Doc Torzik for a second time, takes a big cut and wanted that at-bat to go 1 pitch for a base hit, but does not catch up to it. It's 0-1 to Doyle Kane. Probably will be the final time he will see Jason Doc Torzik, who's trying to finish out the 4th inning. He might come back for a 5th. Who knows? As Doyle Kane slaps this one foul, high arcing foul ball that will land on the grassy berm down the right field side. Just over an hour into this contest and still beautiful weather, more than an hour away from sunset. Another game tomorrow, same time, 6:35 to start in the series finale, in the final game that Portland and Ridgefield will play against each other in the regular season. 0-2 slider outside, and Doc Torzik again thought that the inning was over. Done that a couple times where he throws the pitch just off the plate and strides towards the dugout. Perhaps, if nothing else, not just expecting it to be strike 3, but kind of inducing, maybe trying to get the umpire to agree with him, lead the way. 1-2 pitch, a pop-up into shallow right field. Pretty high, so Mayshore has plenty of time to come in and makes the catch. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Jason Doc Torzik, and so Portland is still up 3-1. The top of the 5th is coming up when we return.
Ridgefield Main Street is working to keep our small town charm intact while enhancing the economic opportunities for businesses located in our downtown. Follow Pioneer Street West to experience the heart of Ridgefield.
I'm all about keeping my family driving safe. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So I insist we choose Les Schwab tires for safety services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Stuff those cheap tire centers don't offer. Because I want a backseat drive with confidence. Dad, speed check.
Hit the road safely with Les Schwab and save up to $150 when you buy select tires with financing. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply. See leschwab.com/sale for details.
Hey baseball fans, after the game visit A, the area's premier gaming, dining, entertainment, and meeting destination. A is a proud supporter of the Ridgefield Raptors and the perfect place to meet up with friends after a Raptors win for dinner, drinks, and great times. Keep the fun and excitement going after the 9th inning and grab beers at Tom's Urban, or enjoy a perfectly cooked porterhouse at Michael Jordan's Steakhouse. With 100,000 square feet of gaming space, 15 different restaurants, bars, and retail outlets to choose from, A has just what you need to turn your night at the ballgame into a night you won't forget. A, just off I-5 at exit 16, ILANIresort.com.
To the fifth inning here at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex, home of the Raptors since 2019. And today facing the Portland Pickles, a 3-1 lead for Portland into the top half of the fifth. And it's the top of the order coming up for the Pickles. Eddie Saldivar to lead off against a new pitcher for the Raptors. Aiden Vestby comes in out of Reno, Nevada, pitches for Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University in Prescott, Arizona. And so Aiden Vestby comes in for his fourth appearance on the year and third out of the bullpen. First two appearances were scoreless and then gave up 5 runs to Victoria in his start. And so his ERA got up to 11.25, but small sample size, only gone 4 innings so far. 3 strikeouts, 3 walks for the Embry-Riddle right-handed pitcher, 6 foot tall, 185 pounds. Against Eddie Saldivar, left-handed batter who got hit by a pitch and scored the go-ahead run in the third inning. And so now he will lead off the fifth. First pitch to him is a bit high for a ball. Vestby, a fastball, curveball, slider, and changeup guy. 4-pitch mix for the right-hander, a sophomore at Embry-Riddle, which is an NAIA classification school. 1-0 pitch swung on by Saldivar and missed. And it's a 1-1 count from Aiden Vestby. Two-way player down at Embry-Riddle. Got 55 at-bats this year. And obviously also a pitcher. And just a PO, pitcher only for the Raptors this year. Fastball fouled back. It's 1-2 from Aiden Vestby. Portland scored 1 run in the second, 2 in the third. The first run tied it, and the second and the third runs gave them the lead. So it's 3-1 Pickles, but they did not score last inning. So Braden Markham finished on a good note, pitching a scoreless 4th inning. And now his day is done, having gone 4 innings. Aiden Vestby working from the stretch with his battery mate, Isaac Lovings. With his hands belt high. From the stretch for the 1-2. High and almost hit, and did hit Eddie Saldivar in a 2-strike pitch. He gets clipped with that fastball up and in. And Saldivar has gotten hit by a pitch in 2 consecutive plate appearances. And now he'll try to score in 2 straight times. Reaching base, Peyton Allen, who singled following the last time that Eddie Saldivar was hit by a pitch, now comes up to the plate 1 for 2 on the day. So the final line for Braden Markham, 4 innings, 7 hits, 3 runs. All of them earned. Did not walk a batter. Struck out 1. And now it's up to Aiden Vestby in the Ridgefield bullpen. First pitch to Peyton Allen right down the pipe for strike 1. It's a close margin. Ridgefield could close this gap in a hurry. Still got 5 at-bats today. And so a 3-1 deficit is nothing too large, but of course still Portland playing well so far and have the lead. 0-1 pitch showing bunt, and Peyton Allen pulls back. A tie for ball 1. Travis Welker playing third base today. Mikey Kane at short. Jake Sukata manning second base. Doyle Kane holding the runner on at first. Trent Prokes out in right field. Austin Cavanis shaded towards left center. He's the center fielder. And Alex Sepulveda playing straight away in left field. Throw over to first base to get Eddie Saldivar back. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody out yet in the 5th inning. A runner on first for the Pickles, who lead by a pair. Aiden Vestby comes set with his back to the runner. He kicks and throws home. A bunt attempt. It's a called strike. Peyton Allen did not make an attempt at it, but the pitch was in the zone. It's a 1-2 count now to the left-hand hitting third baseman Peyton Allen. Singled to right field and scored. In the third inning is the most recent player to score. He put the Pickles up 3-1. Tiptoeing home in the third. On the RBI by Nick Upstill. Now it's a 1-2 count to him from Aiden Vestby. Comes home with a fastball, gets him to chase on a heater below the zone. Strike 3, and the second punch out of the day for Ridgefield pitchers. And the first for Aiden Vestby. And that's the first out here in the 5th inning. Keith Jones coming up. He's had a good day so far. He's 2 for 2. A single in the first inning, but that didn't go anywhere. He's the only player to reach that frame. But a more important single in the third. Scored the go-ahead run. RBI base hit to left center field. He ended up coming home later that inning, but his run did not count as a tag out at second base happened prior to him stepping on home plate. 1 out and a pitch outside for ball 1 to Keith Jones. He's out of Washington State. Facing Aiden Vespi here. 1 out, 1 on. Ridgefield down by 2. Aiden Vespi from Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. Like I said, they're in Prescott, Arizona. The Eagles. It's an aeronautical school, so a lot of people go there to get into some sort of, aeronautical career. However, Aiden Vespi is not among them. He's in cybersecurity is his major. Out of the stretch, he comes 1-0. It's at the bottom of the zone for strike 1. And evens the count to Keith Jones. He's a tough guy to strike out. He has walked 13 times, only punched out 3 times on the season. That's a really good strikeout to walk ratio with 10 more walks than strikeouts. Not even a month into the season. The 1-1 pitch to Keith Jones with the runner going, and the hit and run will reset things with a foul ball down the left field side and bounces into the soccer field adjoining the main baseball premises here at the Rourke. 4 fields here, multi-purpose turf venue. The ball skips quick, and the wind blowing out to right field. We're at hitter-friendly park here in Ridgefield. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Aiden Vespi, 1 away. Top half of the 5th inning. Here comes Vespi's fastball, swing and a miss in the dirt, and Keith Jones is out. Drop 3rd strike with a runner on first. He is out automatically, and that's 2 straight punch outs for Aiden Vespi. He's gotten 2 strikes on each hitter. One of them he did let go with a hit by pitch, but the other 2 guys he sealed the deal with a strikeout. And so 2 down for Dalton Mayshore. He's 1 for 2 on the day. A ground out to second base and a single that he lined off the pitcher's foot and reached first base on the sequence. Top half of the 5th inning here. 2-run lead for the Pickles. Aiden Vespi's curveball is down and away, crossing through the zone and dropping below the box for ball 1. 2 down, runner on first for Portland. In the sun here in Ridgefield, still over an hour away from sunset. Aiden Vespi with the wind blowing towards his face. From the stretch, runner again goes. Fastball is called for a strike, and Isaac Levings has gunned down his 2nd runner today. And it wasn't all that close. Eddie Saldivar is thrown out at second base. Isaac Levings guns down another one. He's thrown out both guys who have tried to steal today. And he is responsible for the inning-ending putout with Jake Sukata slapping the tag. Aiden Vespi faces the minimum in the 5th inning. 1 runner on, but he's thrown out stealing. And so nobody left and no runs in. It's still 3-1 Pickles halfway through this contest. Bottom of the 5th coming up when we return.
At Eden Health, our commitment is to caring. We recognize the importance of caring for others, and we consider it a privilege. We are committed to addressing our patients' specific needs, providing hands-on care and services, helping families through tough situations, and supporting our fellow employees. We listen, build relationships, and go above and beyond to create meaningful experiences throughout our continuum of care. Whether you find yourself a patient to any of the Eden Health services lines or you become part of our team, you will notice the Eden Health difference.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
To the bottom of the 5th inning here at the Ridgefield Outdoor Recreation Complex. Jason Doktorzik still on the mound. Has been tough to hit today. Ridgefield got a run off him in the 1st inning, but nothing since. Austin Cavanis will try to change that leading off The home half of the fifth inning. Ridgefield down 3-1 is the margin. The Austin Cavanis, Alex Sepulveda, and Travis Welker in the home half of the fifth inning. Jason Doktorzik from Sonoma State comes home with a fastball and catches the zone for his strike. He spent 1 year at Sonoma State so far. California Collegiate Athletic Association, a D2 institution, just north of the Bay, 30 miles north of Santa Rosa, where Sonoma State is located, Sonoma County. Fastball roped foul right past Nick Allen, the first base coach. And it's an 0-2 count on Austin Cavanis. Doktorzik pitched 48 innings this year for Sonoma State, up to 7 innings in a game at an ERA of 4.28, and went 5-1 on the year. Came in the West Coast League with a 6.3 ERA this summer, but has pitched really well today. 0-2 pitch, fastball up for ball 1. Went 4 innings against Ridgefield a week ago, allowed 2 earned, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, did not walk a batter, so he's now gone 9 innings against Ridgefield without walking anybody. Striking out 7 along the way between the 2 appearances. Has a 3-1 lead to work with. The 2-strike pitch to Cavanis is poked at and fouled. Good work by Austin to stay aboard. Saw 2 pitches in the second inning, much more abbreviated at-bat than his 10-pitch affair last night. This one more towards that trend. He has fouled off that 2-strike pitch, and we'll see a 5th pitch to the AB upcoming. The 1-2 to Austin Cavanis, slider outside, and ball 2. Austin Cavanis from Cal Poly San Luis Obispo went 1 for 2 yesterday and got hit by a pitch 3 times in the ball game. One of them loaded the bases in the 9th inning, second to last pitch of the game. The 2-2 to him is fouled away. Good at bat by Austin Cavanis. The second to last pitch of the game, the very next one, with a pitching change in between, got away from the catcher. Last pitch of the game, and Jacob Sharp sprinted home to score. And Austin Cavanis could celebrate, running in from first base to join in the fun with Jacob Sharp mobbed at the plate with a walk-off win last night. Here's the 2-2. Cavanis swings, a ground ball first base side. Past Doktorzik, now he's late to the bag, and Cavanis gets in for a single. Doktorzik was a little out of sorts, at first going for the ball, and then stopped his momentum, realizing he couldn't get to it, but then Jablonski, the first baseman, needed somebody to cover, and Doktorzik wasn't there. Cavanis with an infield base hit. And so, leadoff man aboard for the first time since the first inning. And that was the only run. That only inning that Ridgefield scored was in the first when Jake Sukana got aboard on a leadoff single. And now it's Alex Sepulveda. Bottom of the 5th inning, nobody out, 2-run deficit for the Raptors. Alex Sepulveda comes up. The man on first base, Doktorzik from the stretch now, and throws inside for ball 1. Ridgefield trying to cash in on a leadoff base hit. 1/2 inning before the dash for cash, which is at the end of the 5th inning. We're in the bottom of the 5th, so in the break after this frame, there'll be $1,000 out in the outfield as the kids will run around. Age 6 to 12 will scamper for the $1,000 bills. Here's Sepulveda blasting a ball to left center field. It gets down for a base hit. Austin Cavanis wants to stretch for third. The throw goes into second base to hold Sepulveda to a single. And Alex Sepulveda sends Cavanis running all the way to third base. 2 straight base hits to begin the 5th inning.
Just like last night, fans, when you're cheering them on.
So Austin Cavanis to third, Alex Sepulveda now the trail runner with runners in the corners, and Brian Grant's going to come out and have a chat with Jason Doktorzik. There is some activity in the Portland bullpen.
My name is Friday.
And so with runners on the corners for Ridgefield, and still nobody out here in the 5th inning, it looks like a number 29 on the bullpen, but there is not a 29 on the roster. Portland has switched a lot of their jersey numbers today, and so, where's that 24? Hard to say. If it's 24, it's Levi Kiuchi, but he's a right-hander, if I'm not mistaken, and that's a southpaw out in the bullpen. Either way, it's runners in the corners with nobody out in the 5th inning, tying run at first base for the Raptors. Hey fans, Rose Real Estate Group is a proud sponsor of the Raptors, located in downtown Ridgefield. Rose Real Estate Group is a full-service real estate and appraisal company. Whether you're looking to buy or sell your first home, vacation home, or investment property, Rose Real Estate has you covered.
Coming to the plate is your third baseman.
So Travis Welker gets the at-bat here, 9-hole hitter. Runners on the corners for the Fresno State infielder. With nobody out, bottom half of the 5th inning. Doc Torzik stays in. And we'll throw over to first base to get Sepulveda back to the bag. Jake Sukata on deck. Welker at the plate has only seen one pitch today. And we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. He grounded out to second base. Back in the 3rd inning. Now got the tying run at first. Just trying to get the guy home from third right now. First pitch to him is grounded left side. Fielded by the third baseman. Goes to second for the lead out. Welker does not beat the throw out at first. A run does score. No RBI for Welker, but he does score a run. So the lead is down to 1. Portland's still in front, but they will take that double play and maintain the lead. And so it's a 6-4-3 ground ball double play to score a run. Austin Cavanis comes home as Peyton Allen starts it out, retiring his college teammate. 5-4-3, I should say, on the double play.
Now at the plate is Jake
And so the bases are now cleared for Jake Sukata. So 2 down, and Sukata trying to bunt down the third base side and just foul. Good break down first base. Probably would have been safe had that ball been just a couple feet to the right. But it'll come back with an 0-1 count. 2 down and the base is empty, so Ridgefield scoring a run for the first time since the first inning. Two singles to lead off this inning. And a double play to bring home one and force out the other. And so we're back to bases empty situation. 0-1 count to Sukata. He rips the ball to right center field, and that gets down for another base hit. Sukata has 3 hits on the day, as that's cut off by Mayshore and holds Sukata to a single. 3 at-bats for Jake Sukata, 3 singles. 1 through the left side, 1 up the middle, 1 to right center field. And he's hitting the ball all over. It's now Mikey Kane up with 2 down. 6th hit of the day for Ridgefield, so they now trail Portland by just 1 in both the hits category and in runs as well. 3-2 is the score. Portland in front, Mikey Kane the batter with 2 away, and a runner on first base. It's a ground out and a fly out today. Facing Doc Torzik for the 3rd time. Breaking ball. He hammers high in the air, but not too deep center field. Stancato moving laterally and makes the catch in right center to end the inning. 3 hits and 1 run for the Raptors. No errors and 1 left aboard for the Raptors in the 5th inning. 3-2 lead for Portland through 5 on the Dash for Cash Day, which is in fact right now.
Let's spread those bills everywhere.
And they're spreading the dollar bills out in the outfield. Let's keep it right here and just enjoy the Dash for Cash here in the outfield, as they're going to toss out the money. Might be a little bit more of a break as the Ridgefield defense will pause in the dugout, since they know this will take a little bit more than the normal minute and a half that's usually between half innings, as they spread the dollars all over the infield. Those are all $1 bills around, and all kids ages 6 to 12 can run out and snag them in just a moment. And look at them jump around. They are giddy and ready for their allowance for the week. A lot of kids out there. It's probably a good, I'm bad at estimating crowds, but that's at least 100, 150, stretching all the way from the first base side all the way down to the third base portion. The wind blowing the dollars just a little bit, but not too much. And I see a player coming out there. Who is that? That's Safea Mawai. Came in to snag some. He picked him up. I think he dropped him. Obviously, he knows. He's just clowning around. That's funny by the first baseman for Ridgefield. And now they're kind of, there they go. They're off to the races. Look at them go.
Be sure and pick up
The gold mine's towards second base. That's where most of the kids going towards the first dollar bills right in front. The biggest portion out there in second base. Man, they snapped that up quickly. Only a few left. And they are just about all taken up already. That took about 15 seconds. Good work by the kids out in the infield. Jason Crone out at shortstop pointing for a few more. There's one over there. Point at Kirk, the videographer, to show their prize. And so look like a few of them have a fistful of dollar bills. Can use that for some concessions over the concession stand afterwards, perhaps, or for whatever they want to do. Maybe invest it. Who knows what these kids are going to do.
Okay, kids, we got to get back off the field. Check around your feet. Make sure
And there they go. A well-executed dash for cash here.
There's a proud young man at home plate. He's got
Yeah, look at him go. That's great.
Folks, let's give IQ Credit Union a big round of applause.
Dash for cash presented by IQ Credit Union. It's IQ Credit Union Day.
How many of you want to see this come back next year for the adults with $20
Here on
bills?
this Wednesday ball game between the Raptors and the Pickles.
You can do better than that. How many adults want to see this come back next year for $20 bills?
So our
for
thanks
the
to
adults?
IQ Credit Union for sponsoring the Dash for Cash and giving these kids an evening to remember. What can get better than that? Baseball and $4 or $5 or how much you collect, which in kids' money, that's a fortune that they just got. And they're running around showing off their dollar bills to all their friends and the parents in the crowd. Well, Aiden Vesby comes back out to warm up for Ridgefield. It's a 3-2 ball game, Portland in front here at the Rourke. As we head to the top of the 6th inning. Ridgefield and Portland had some really good games already this year. An extra inning win last series for Ridgefield, a walk-off win yesterday for the Raptors. Right now, Portland in front by a run. Portland scored 1 run in the 2nd inning to tie after Ridgefield got a leadoff base hit for Jake Sukata in the 1st inning. He scored on Jacob Sharp's RBI. But then Portland controlled the middle portion of this game. A run in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd to take a 2-run lead. Ridgefield did not score for 3 innings until they came back this most recent frame, as Austin Cavanis led off with a single and came around to score later in the inning to make the lead just 1 for Portland. Close game, 3-2 the margin. It'll be Dalton Mayshore to lead off, followed by Nick Upstill and Kyle Russell against Aiden Vesby, who came in last inning and retired the side. Not quite in order. He hit 1 batter but faced the minimum as Isaac Levings threw out another runner. And Aiden Vesby got the other 2 outs via a strikeout. And so now facing Dalton Mayshore for the first time. Second pitcher of the day after 4 innings by Braden Markham. And Vesby out for his 2nd inning of the day. Dalton Mayshore is 1 for 2. Was at the plate last half inning when the caught stealing happened. So now he comes back out to face Vesby for a 2nd time. A high fly ball in the first pitch to pretty deep right center field. Trent Prokes going back. He calls for it and makes the catch with his back nearly up against the wall. So the deepest part in the ballpark, nearly. It's 360 to the alley, and that one just offset a bit to right field. And died about 350 feet from home plate. And it's a inning opening first pitch fly out to the right fielder. And so Nick Upstill the batter with nobody on base and 1 away in the top half of the 6th. Second pitch of the inning is a changeup on the outer edge for strike 1 from Aiden Vesby. Plays for Embry-Riddle, which is in the Cal-Pac Conference, even though his school is actually in Arizona. 0-1 pitch, fastball, hit foul on the third base side. Embry-Riddle went 27-27 this year, their first as a baseball program. Embry-Riddle, if you also know them from their Florida school, they have an institution out there in the Sunshine State Conference. They're at the D2 level, previously NAIA, and now their Prescott school in Arizona, also called Embry-Riddle. And they're an NAIA school. That's the one that Aiden Vesby plays for. 0-2 pitch is just inside for ball 1. Embry-Riddle is known as the largest university in the world that specializes in aviation and aerospace. It's actually founded in Cincinnati, but has campuses in Florida and Arizona. The 1-2 pitch from Vesby, breaking ball, drops below the zone for ball 2. Base is empty with 1 away. Travis Welker playing well behind the bag at third base. Mikey Kane in the hole at short. Jake Sukata across the bag at second base. Doyle Kane playing at the back of the infield as the first baseman. 2 balls and 2 strikes from Vesby. Fly ball hit on a rope to right field. Trent Prokes coming in and is able to make the catch on a screamer. Gets to him in a hurry, but he makes the play. And that's out number 2. Kyle Russell to the plate. Kyle Russell had a good day. His debut yesterday for the Pickles. Very first pitch he saw, doubled. Added a single later, went 2 for 4. And is now looking for another base hit today. He's 1 for 2 with a home run. With 2 outs, he watches a breaking ball for a strike. 3-2 lead for the Pickles, top of the 6th inning. Also had a ground out back to the pitcher. Solo home run back in the 2nd inning. 0-1 pitch is below the knees. Ball 2. Kyle Russell with the high pants up above the knees, Bo Bichette style. Even has him higher than Bo Bichette, the Blue Jays shortstop, who rolls up the pants just above the kneecaps, and Kyle Russell's almost mid-thigh on the pants. 1-1 pitch. He tails it foul. It's 1-2. Plays for Washington State. A lot of guys wear the pants that high, just thinking, well, since the strike zone is at the knees, higher you wear the pants kind of makes the knees look a little bit higher. Might steal a ball or two that would have been called a strike. Whether or not that actually works, I can't say, but that's the idea. Ground ball towards Travis Welker. Backhands on a screamer. Throws to first in time. Travis Welker. Just to field that ball cleanly was impressive, and a long throw to first makes it. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Aiden Vesby. Well, we head to the bottom of the 6th inning. Ridgefield scored 1 last inning. Another one of those would tie the game. It's 3-2 Pickles in the middle of the 6th.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Bottom of the 6th inning here in Ridgefield between the Ridgefield Raptors and the Portland Pickles. 3-2 is the margin with the Pickles in front. Trent Prokes will lead off with Jacob Sharp and Isaac Lovings to follow for the Raptors, down by 1, having scored 1 run last inning to cut the lead in half, and holding Portland scoreless the last 3 innings. First pitch to Trent Prokes is a strike from the new pitcher into the ballgame. Now, full disclosure, in the roster they have Levi Kiuchi listed at number 24, and this pitcher is wearing 24. This, however, is not Levi Kiuchi, as Prokes fouls one back. It's Kiuchi's jersey number, but who it actually is unclear. And we do our best to identify the players, but if they put a guy out there wearing the wrong jersey number, it's just it's hard to know. So don't blame us for not knowing who it is, but it's one of their left-handers, whether it's Lucas Gregory or Ryan Hernandez or Nathan Shin or Oscar Lepe, it might be. I know it's not Tommy Snyder. He pitched yesterday. Whoever it is throws a ball outside. It's 1-2. Trent Prokes ahead. Leadoff man here in the bottom of the 6th. 3-2 lead for the Raptors. Next pitch, a slider down and away for ball 2. Trent has fouled out and grounded out on the day. A .419 batting average coming in. Looking for his first base hit. 2-2 pitch, two-seam fastball just down. Trying to nab the outside corner, and that pitch tailing back over the plate. Kind of works like a backdoor slider, but from a southpaw pitching to a left-handed batter. Got some good arm side run. Here's the payoff pitch to Trent Prokes. He sprays it down the left field side and fouled, not by much, by about 4 or 5 feet. And Trent Prokes nearly had an extra base hit, but just wide of the left field line, and we'll have another 3-2 count. Here leading off the 6th inning. On deck for Ridgefield is Jacob Sharp. Here's the payoff pitch. Another pitch fouled off, hits the pole, and comes back and lands in between the mound and home plate as that ricocheted off one of the stanchions behind home plate on the third base side. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Third time that Trent Prokes will see a pitch with this count. Here it comes to him. It's high and in. Ball 4. Good at bat for Trent Prokes. And sees a 9-pitch walk to open up the 6th inning. So Jacob Sharp, the batter. With 1 on, he's 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI single. He's had a really good series against Portland. He has been a thorn in their side.
Jacob Sharp.
Yesterday, 3 for 5, 2 of them home runs, had 4 RBIs. First pitch to him is wrist high for a ball. Bottom of the 6th inning, Ridgefield down by 1, but has the tying run at first base. Had a 9th inning single and scored the walk-off run on a wild pitch, sliding feet first, and started the celebration at home plate. As Ridgefield beat Portland game 1. Fastball, he hits it hard to left field. Up still going back to the warning track, and that ball is gone. Jacob Sharp's 3rd home run of the series. You're looking at the new West Coast League home run leader. Say hello to Jacob Sharp. He's got 3 home runs in the last 2 games, all to the hardest part of the ballpark to hit a home run to. Left field is not an easy part, especially with the wind blowing out to right, just killing everything to left. And he fought it through the wind and yanked it over the left field fence, 337 feet, coming off the barrel at 101 miles an hour for Jacob Sharp. And now Isaac Levings takes a strike. He gives Ridgefield the lead. It's 4-3. Both teams with 7 hits now. First time Ridgefield has scored multiple runs in an inning today. And Jacob Sharp has all 3 RBIs for Ridgefield this evening. A swing and a miss from Levings. He's behind 0-2. So base is empty now after the first 2 guys reached. Trent Prokes, really effective walk, 9 pitches. And without that, it'd be a tie game. So he scores on the home run. A pitch that gets away for a ball to the backstop. It's 1-2 to Isaac Levings. So Jacob Sharp, what a series. A home run in his first at-bat of the series. Yesterday, in the first inning, came back with 2 groundouts and then followed with a 3-run home run and a single in the 9th inning. And none more exciting than the walk-off run. And then he adds a single and a home run today. 1-2 pitch to Levings is down and in for a ball, 2-2. Jacob Sharp had a UNLV, now has a hit in 8 straight starts. Make that 9 straight starts. And 5 hits on the series. 2-2 pitch to Levings way outside. And it's a full count now to Isaac. So Ridgefield 2 runs in this inning before recording an out to take their second lead of the game. 3-2 pitch is taken just low. Isaac Levings got behind 0-2 and comes back to work a walk. That restarts the activity on the base paths after Trent Prokes walked and then Jacob Sharp homered. Then Isaac Levings follows with a walk of his own. And Doyle Kane is the batter. He has flown out to Dalton Mayshore in right field twice as Brian Grant comes to the mound for a visit. After Isaac Lovings reaches first, Ridgefield ahead 4-3. Now the big question is, can they hold on to the lead? Ridgefield has had 5 leads now this series, including the current one, and none of them have lasted more than a half inning. Now I'm counting that the walk-off win yesterday, which in a sense lasted one pitch. It also lasts for all of eternity since that game ended. You can't lose a walk-off lead. But Ridgefield had 3 leads earlier in the day. Each time Portland canceled it out the very next half inning. And then Ridgefield walked it off to secure the win in the bottom of the 9th. They did have 1 lead today, and again, Portland canceled it out the very next half inning. Ridgefield takes its 2nd lead of the game. And the question will be if Aiden Vesby or whoever else comes out of the bullpen can hold on to it. Ridgefield would also like to add on to it and make it a multiple-run lead. Ridgefield is not led by more than, well, they did actually, they had 2 one-run leads and then had a 3-run lead. Even that one only lasted until the next half inning as Portland hit a 3-run home run in the 7th. Now Doyle Kane finally ready for the first pitch of this at-bat. It's outside for ball 1.
Doyle Kane.
Isaac Lovings on first base. Doyle Kane hitting here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Ridgefield ahead 4-3. The 1-0 pitch to Kane is on the outer half for strike 1. With his parents Mike and Lindy in attendance here, sitting 4 rows back, enjoying their sons playing well today. Doyle looking for a base hit to advance Isaac Lovings. Middle infield and double play depth. 1-1 pitch is outside for ball 2. Doyle had a tremendous game against Victoria. 5 hits in the contest, same day that Mikey had a 3-hit day. And the series opener against Victoria combining for 8 hits between the two brothers. 2-1 pitch, he fouls back. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Doyle Kane, leading the team in hits and a .373 batting average. Scored 17 runs in 19 games. Really good productivity for Ridgefield's first baseman / left fielder. 2-2 count to him, and he swings. Ground ball past the legs of the pitcher, but it goes to the second baseman, Saldivar, and he throws to first in time. Doyle Kane nutmegged the pitcher, but it turns out to be a double play. And so there's 2 outs here in the 6th inning on a 4-3 double play. Isaac Lovings forced out at second base, and nobody on the paths for Austin Cavanis with 2 down. 1-run lead for Ridgefield. 2nd straight inning that Portland has had a double play, and yet Ridgefield has scored 3 runs in those 2 innings. So could have been more, but still scored some. Austin Cavanis doesn't move the barrel as the pitch is just inside. And a 1-0 count to the Cal Poly outfielder from Chico, California. Just like Doyle Kane, he also has his parents here, Randy and Karen, in attendance. Ball outside, it's 2-0. A lot of family coming in this week. Trent Prokes had his parents and uncle's wife come in just for yesterday's game. Came up from California, watched 1 game, and went back. Got to see a good contest. Austin Cavanis gets plunked on the fastball, and he will reach first with 2 outs. 4th time that he's gotten hit by a pitch between yesterday and today. And so it's Alex Sepulveda up with 2 outs, runner on first, a 1-run lead for the Raptors. Now that hit by a pitch would have broken the record for Ridgefield. Single season, Austin Cavanis has already been hit by a pitch 7 times now. The record was 6, but he does not hold the record because his teammate Jake Sukata has already broken the record, been hit by a pitch 9 times this year. And we're not even into July. Ridgefield just getting hit by a pitch a lot this summer. Now they are going to make a pitching change here. Mark Magdaleno onto the mound to make a swap. Chatting with his infield now as a new pitcher comes into the ballgame for the Pickles. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning, a 1-run lead for the Raptors. 2 outs and a runner on first. Step aside for just a moment and come back with the remainder of the 6th inning.
The Ridgefield Raptors are back, where the entire family can watch top-level college baseball players live at the Rourke. Now, kids 12 and under get in free with a paid adult for all Sunday afternoon Raptors games. Enjoy local Southwest Washington baseball with the whole family this summer. Sunday games are at 105 and are presented by Peace Health and the Columbian. Come cheer on your Ridgefield Raptors all season long. Get your tickets now at ridgefieldraptors.com. Go Raptors!
At Eden Health, our commitment is to caring. We recognize the importance of caring for others, and we consider it a privilege. We are committed to addressing our patients' specific needs, providing hands-on care and services, helping families through tough situations, and supporting our fellow employees. We listen, build relationships, and go above and beyond to create meaningful experiences throughout our continuum of care. Whether you find yourself a patient to any of the Eden Health services lines or you become part of our team, you will notice the Eden Health difference.
Still in the bottom of the sixth inning here between the Ridgefield Raptors and the Portland Pickles. It'll be Alex Sepulveda to the plate after this mound visit. Coming into the ball game is Kahayu Schenk for the Portland Pickles. He plays for the University of Hawaii, wearing the green Pickles uniform that kind of looks like the Rainbow Warriors baseball jersey as well. Grew up on Oahu and now plays in Honolulu on the same island. For UH, making a second appearance in a Pickles uniform. He pitched 10 days ago against Edmonton, went 1 inning, did not allow a run. 5 batters gave up a hit and a walk, but no runs in for the freshman out of UH. Facing Alex Sepulveda to begin, runner on first. He does have 2 outs, just need 1 more to get through the 6th inning, but Ridgefield has already taken the lead this inning. The 2-run home run by Jacob Sharp has now got 6 home runs on the year, leads the league in that category. First pitch with the runner going, Cavanagh stealing, a fly ball to right field and a running play. Coming in as Dalton Mayshore makes the catch. So Schenk needs to throw just 1 pitch to get out of the 6th inning. And a fly out to get Alex Sepulveda away. But Ridgefield scores 2 runs on 1 hit. It was Jacob Sharp's 2-run bomb. 1 walk and 1 left on as well. And the Raptors take a lead into the 7th inning. Can they hold on to it for the first time and take a lead more than a half inning? It's up to Tyler Tilton. Going to come in and pitch the top half of the 7th inning with Ridgefield ahead by a score of 4-3. Stay with us on the Raptors live stream.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
This is WSU Vancouver, Southwest Washington's only 4-year research university. Whether in person or via distance delivery, WSU Vancouver offers high-quality education and an employer-respected degree. You'll get a small school feel and the kind of place where you know you matter. Here, you'll get personalized education that brings out the best in you and inspires you to achieve your highest goals. Now, what are you waiting for? Apply today.
Making his 7th appearance on the year is Tyler Tilton. Coming in the top of the 7th inning with a 1-run lead over the Portland Pickles. It's a slim lead, and Ridgefield has not been effective at holding on to leads yet this series, but they're 1-0, winning the opener. And now it's up to Tyler Tilton, the right-hander from Redlands, California, pitches for Chaffey College. And the 20-year-old comes in to face the Portland Pickles. He'll be encountering the bottom of the order. Jacob Jablonski, Kyler Stancato, and Logan Postian are the scheduled hitters for Portland here in the top of the 7th. 4-3 lead. Both teams with 7 hits. 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors for Ridgefield. And for the Portland Pickles, 3 runs on 7 hits and no errors. Been a pretty clean game. No errors for either team, and also very few walks. Portland just issued its first walk this inning. Ridgefield has not given up a walk this whole game. Tyler Tilton comes in. First game since facing Portland a week ago. Went 2/3 of an inning. Throws an off-speed pitch for a strike. And it's 0-1 on Jacob Jablonski. Tyler Tilton throws a two-seam fastball, a knuckleball, and a curveball. The 0-1 pitch goes to the knuckle and misses outside. It's 1-1. It's the only knuckleballer on the team. Thrown the knuckler since he was 12 years old, 8 years ago. Nods and is ready for the 1-1 pitch. Goes to the knuckle again. It's outside for ball 2. Usually he only throws the knuckle less than half the time. He's not Tim Wakefield, but he'll use it, but he's gone to it a lot so far. 2-1 pitch goes to the fastball and a strike, so he changes a knuckleball into an 87-mile-an-hour heater and gets strike 2 on Jacob Jablonski. How about that? Even Tim Wakefield didn't have that sort of velo, so you go from the knuckleball to that sort of heat. 2-2 pitch goes to the curveball, just missed high, and ball 3. Got a 3-pitch mix, and so that combo can be hard to hit. If he's got the knuckleball going, he's tough to hit. Payoff pitch to the leadoff man here in the 7th inning. Here is the 3-2 curveball high and away, and he walks the first man. And first walk of the day for Ridgefield pitchers. And Kyler Stankotta, the batter, who's 1 for 2. So Tyler Tilton flashes some good pitches, but is unable to retire Jacob Jablonski. Leadoff man aboard. He's the tying run at first base. Ridgefield up by a score of 4-3. Stankotta, a left-handed batter out of Washington State University from Glendale, Arizona. A fastball on the inner half for strike 1. Stankotta, who went to Curtis High School in Washington for 2 years, then went down to Glendale and finished out his high school career in Arizona, then came back to Washington for his college ball at Wazoo. Is now playing in Oregon for the Portland Pickles. Curveball hits off the hands down the left field side and foul. And Tyler Tilton gets 2 strikes on Stankotta as well. Got 2 strikes on both guys, this time an 0-2 count with nobody out in the 7th inning. 4-3 lead for the Raptors. Portland has led for the majority of this game, but Ridgefield has the most recent lead. Can it hold? Middle infield in double play depth for Ridgefield. It's Mikey Kane and Jake Sukata. Can they get a ground ball to him? It's a fastball high. Ball 1. Logan Postian on deck. Eddie Saldivar awaits him. Is in the hole for the Pickles. Top half of the 7th inning. A 1-2 count from Tyler Tilton, with Jacob Jablonski taking his lead from first, being held on by Doyle Kane. Here's the 2-strike pitch. Fastball on the outer half. Take it. Strike 3 called from Tyler Tilton. And that's 1 out in the 7th inning. Good accuracy from Tyler Tilton to go fastball away and taken by Stankotta. Logan Posty in the batter with a runner on first and 1 out. He's 0 for 2 today. Out of University of Oregon. And pardon me, pinch hitter coming in, Michael Campagna has entered. He is a catcher, so it looks like they're swapping out Postian for Campagna. And the first pitch is a strike. And so it's 0-1 to Michael Campagna. Runner at first, 1 away. There in the top of the 7th inning. Tilton throws a curveball down for ball 1. 1-1 count. He asked the umpire where it missed. And just a little bit outside, it seems. 1-1, 1 out, runner on first. 1-run lead for the Raptors. Trying to make another comeback win. More than half of Ridgefield's victories this year are comeback wins. 8 of the 13, including last night, are comeback victories, including 2 times giving up a lead and coming back yesterday evening. 1-1 curveball is up, ball 2. Travis Welker playing at third base for Ridgefield today. Mikey Kane at short. Jake Sukata at second base. Doyle Kane holding the runner on at first, having to shield his face from the sun, which is about still a half hour away from setting, but uses that first baseman's mitt to shield the sun. 2-1 pitch upcoming, fastball in the dirt, and it's 3-1. Doyle Kane, who has two different gloves, used one in the outfield and a different one at first base. The first baseman's mitt. He puts his hand in his glove differently for the first, between the two gloves. I didn't realize how many guys put 2 fingers in the pinky slot in their glove. Obviously, there's 5 fingers in the glove, but a lot of guys go two fingers in the pinky hole as Campagna swings and misses. It's 3-2. But he does it differently. Goes 2 pinkies when it's the first base glove and just 1 finger in each slot when it's the outfield glove. It's just a feel thing, whatever works best for you. Jeter Sherman does the same with his pitching glove. He'll put 2 fingers in the pinky hole. And just whatever works best, whatever grips it and able to field balls cleanly. Here's the 3-2 pitch, a ball high, and Tilton has bookended his strikeout with 2 walks, both on 3-2 pitches. And so he's gotten 2 strikes on everybody, but has walked 2, struck out 1. And nothing has been put in play off of Tyler Tilton. But the tying run is in scoring position with 1 out. And now the top of the order coming up, Eddie Saldivar is next. Saldivar, who has been hit by a pitch twice in true Jake Sukata fashion. Sukata has been hit by a pitch twice more than any other West Coast League player. He's at second base right now. Saldivar at the plate. Takes a pitch at the knees for a strike. 1 out. An 0-1 count. A 4-3 lead for the Raptors. But that lead feeling slim with 2 runners aboard and the top of the order right now for the Pickles. 0-1 pitch is outside on the knuckle. And it's 1-1 from Tyler Tilton. Tyler pitched effectively against Portland a week ago in the extra innings victory. Got 2 big outs there of the 3 batters he faced. Did walk 1, but got a strikeout and 2 outs. 1-1 pitch, a wave and a miss. As Tyler Tilton gets it past Eddie Saldivar, it's 1-2. Saldivar 4 hits and 8 at-bats this season. Had 2 RBIs and 2 runs in the Yakima Valley series. Played his first 2 games for the Pickles in Yakima. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Tyler Tilton gets a second big strikeout here in this inning. He has alternated walks with strikeouts. And now it's Peyton Allen coming up. If he continues that trend, he'll walk Allen and strike out Jones, and that'll be just fine. That'll be a scoreless inning. But then again, I'm sure he does not want to walk Peyton Allen. 2 down, 2 on. 1-run lead for the Raptors. First pitch is high on the off-speed for ball 1. Peyton Allen hitting .283 this summer is 1 for 3 today. With a single to right field. Has 11 RBIs in the summer from Fresno State. 1-0 the count from Tyler Tilton. Here's the fastball in the dirt. And it's 2-0. Peyton Allen, good friends with Travis Welker. In fact, they'll hang out tonight. He's staying with Travis Welker at his house tonight. So 2 opponents will become roommates for an evening and come back and face each other again tomorrow. That's the camaraderie of the West Coast League. 2-0 pitch is on the outside corner, strike 1. Travis Welker playing third base as we speak. Really the only guy on that side of the infield. Mikey Kane almost behind second base, a few steps to the left of it. Jake Sukata in the hole and second base with his feet in shallow right center. 2-1 pitch off speed, check swing, and a foul ball towards Travis Welker. They're teammates at Fresno State. Travis, who's from Santa Ynez, California, whereas Peyton Allen is from Visalia. And they both play for the Bulldogs in the Mountain West. Runners on first and second for the Pickles. 2 down, a 2-2 count. Top of the 7th inning. Big pitch here from Tyler Tilton. Could get a scoreless inning here. The 2-2 pitch, fastball, ground ball, first base side. Doyle Kane has it, can run it to the bag, and ends the inning. For the first time this series, Ridgefield gets a lead and then comes back to pitch the next inning and holds on to that lead. Took the 6th lead they've gotten to do so, but it worked out this time. No runs on no hits, 2 left aboard for the Pickles in the 7th. Time to stretch from Ridgefield. It's the Raptors 4 and the Portland Pickles 3.
I'm all about keeping my family driving safe. Dad, pothole.
Got it.
So I insist we choose Les Schwab tires for safety services like brakes, steering, and alignment. Stuff those cheap tire centers don't offer. Because I want a backseat drive with confidence. Dad, speed check.
Help maximize your mileage with a free safety check. Just swing by. Les Schwab Tires, celebrating 70 years of doing the right thing. Applies to passenger cars, SUVs, and light trucks only.
A 380 batting average is like using Dawn as your mortgage lender. She has over 30 years rounding the bases to a new home and loves helping families build their dreams. Know anyone buying their first home? Would you like to make a cash offer on your next purchase? Evergreen Home Loans can help with several loan options. Call Dawn today to get started, 360-608-7438. Again, that's 360-608-7438. She would love to send you home. Go Raptors!
Kahayu Shank back on the mound for the Portland Pickles to face Travis Welker. And then Jake Sukata and Mikey Kane in the bottom half of the 7th inning. So glad that you're with us here on the Raptors live stream. In a one-run ball game, Ridgefield up 4-3. I'm Josh Warden. Be back tomorrow, 6:35, for the series finale after what figures to be another great game here tonight. And it's already been a good one. Back and forth affair. Both teams have held leads.
Welker!
Ridgefield lost its lead in the 2nd inning. Portland had its lead canceled out in the 6th. And now Ridgefield out in the bottom half of the 7th. Travis Welker takes the ball down and away from Shank. 1-0 the count. He's 0 for 2 today, hitting .313 on the summer. Really come on strong towards the later half of June. And now he's leading off the 7th inning, breaking ball high for ball 1. He started out a little slow. Had a good debut game where he actually scored the game-winning run, but had one hit in that game and not a lot after that in that 6-game road trip up in Canada, his first games for the Raptors. Takes a ball down and away. It's 3-0. He hit .130. It was his batting average when we finished our time in Canada. But then since then, 12 games played, all in the USA. He's hitting .415 in America. So just a guy who hits well in the States. And some about the Canadian air just didn't quite work out for Travis Welker, but he's really come into form. The 3-0 pitch is high, and Travis Welker leads off the 7th inning with a 4-pitch walk. Brings up the top of the order, Jake Sukata, the batter. There's the second walk that Portland has issued today. And Sukata has singled thrice this evening. And so one more of those could travel Travis Welker to second base or better. Nobody out in the 7th inning. Ridgefield already up by a run in game 2 of the series. Left-handed batter from the University of Portland, playing his 13th game of the year for the Raptors. With Travis Welker sprinting on the first pitch, it's down. Welker sliding in head first and safe at second base. Travis Welker just ahead of the tag. Kyle Russell put it down on Welker's back, and he just touched second base with his mitts, that sliding sock on there. And he's safe at second with the steal. He had a tough slide at third base yesterday. On the turf, he was about to slide past third and planted his right hand, the bare hand, on the turf and got a pretty good road rash on his palm on his right hand. But he looks no worse for the wear here, sliding headfirst into second base for the steal. As Sukata still at the plate, Mikey Kane on deck. Next pitch is a strike to even the count. 1 ball and 1 strike. Still nobody out. Insurance run in scoring position. Infield shifted to the right side against Jake Sukata. The 1-1 pitch is taken low, ball 2. The shortstop, Russell, playing behind second base and then gets back towards the hole before the pitch. Second baseman Saldivar playing in the hole at second base. Corner infielders playing 2 steps behind the bags. And outfield playing fairly deep. 2 balls and a strike to Jake Sukata. Shank throws a high breaking ball that almost comes down to catch the top of the strike zone. But ultimately is ball 3. 3-1 to Sukata. After a 4-pitch walk to Travis Welker, he steals second. and represents the 5th run of the game. Ridgefield up by 1, would like to make it a crooked number. Here's the 3-1 pitch to Sukata, down and away, and now Ridgefield has runners on first and second. 2 walks to begin the 7th inning. Schenk needed just 1 pitch in the 6th inning, came in with 2 down. First pitch, fly ball for an out, and that was all he needed to do in the 6th inning. Has come out here in the 7th, has thrown 9 pitches, 8 of them missing the zone, and that's going to be it. So he throws 10 pitches today, gets 1 out, but then walks 2 to begin the 7th. And he's going to be replaced by a right-hander out of the bullpen for the Portland Pickles. Bottom of the 7th inning. Ridgefield up by a run with 2 aboard for the Raptors, with Jake Sukata and Travis Welker on the base paths. And it will be Mikey Kane to the plate to face Ryan Fulks from San Diego State. We'll step aside while he warms up and come back with Ridgefield's rest of the home half of the 7th when we come back.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, career retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Listen up, baseball fans. Head into Safeway to score on great deals all season long. Safeway has everyone's tailgating favorites, from fried chicken and party subs to fresh-cut fruit and veggie trays and tons of easy meal options. Satisfy your whole team for the ultimate game day experience. And you can save a cartload of time with Safeway Drive Up and Go. Just shop online at Safeway.com, head to the store, and we'll bring your groceries right to your car. Safeway, sponsor of the Ridgefield Raptors.
On Dash for Cash Day, Ridgefield leads this game 4-3, dashing for runs and cashing in base hits, and they lead by 1 run with 2 runners aboard now and a pitching change, bringing in Ryan Fulks from Southern California. Rancho Santa Margarita, California, plays for San Diego State University. Has made 3 appearances so far this year, no earned runs, 1 hit in each appearance. And so with 4 walks and 6 strikeouts on the season so far, he brings that clean 0 ERA into this ballgame. Right-hander from SoCal to face Mikey Kane, the Santa Clarita kid. So 2 SoCal guys facing off against each other here in Southwest Washington. Runners in first and second after 2 walks to begin this inning. Ridgefield trying to extend the 4-3 advantage. Home half of the 7th. Mikey Kane will be followed by Trent Probst and then Jacob Sharp. A real murderer's row for the Raptors. A .311 batting average followed by a .419 average, and then .327 and a guy leading the league in home runs. Pickoff moved to second and almost got Travis Welker. Took a step towards third base on the first movement by Ryan Fulks, but did scramble back in time. Runners in first and second for the Raptors. Home maroon uniforms today, trying to improve that home record and get another series win. They have won 3 series in a row. Portland, meanwhile, has lost only 1 series this whole year. It was Ridgefield, the only ones that have beat them. Can they do it twice? That'll happen if Ridgefield wins tonight in Game 2. Mikey Kane shows bunt here on the first pitch. He pulls it back. And it's ball 1 from Ryan Fulks. So Kane showing bunt, trying to place one down and advance both runners into scoring position. Waving the tan-colored composite DeMarini over his shoulder, and now steps out of the box and steps back in. Want to know the count to Mikey Kane. Fulk comes set with his hands belly button high. Looks back at second to the plate. Kane shows bunt again. This time pulls it back. A strike is called, and it's 1-1. Kane has swung away each time in his 3 at-bats. Ground out, fly out, and another fly out. So he's 0 for 3 today 1 for 8 on the series for a guy coming in hitting well over 300 on the summer. The 1-1 pitch showing bunt again, places it on the third base side. Excellent bunt. That's going to work for a base hit. Ryan Falks came off the mound and I think expected the third baseman to come in, then realized it was close to him and he had no help and had no play. Mikey Kane bunts for a hit. Really just trying to give himself up and maybe get a hit if he's lucky. And had a little skill and a little luck in there as well. Sukata to second, Welker to third, bases loaded, and nowhere to put. Trent Prokes leading the team in batting average. And he comes in with the bases juiced. 4-3 lead for the Raptors, and there's still nobody out in the bottom of the 7th. First pitch to Trent Prokes is outside on the changeup, ball 1. Just before sunset, standing behind the trees in the view of the right fielder. So basically the whole field in the shadows, just the tops of the right field fence have a little bit of sunlight drifting away. Trent Prokes with the 1-0 pitch, the infield in, takes a swing and does not dig that one out from the turf. It's 1-1. The infield playing very in, a good step in front of the base path all the way around. Travis Welker at third, Sukata at second. Mikey Kane at first base. 1-run lead. 1-1 pitch. Nice movement on that change, and Proke swings over it. It's 1-2. Outfield playing fairly deep to Trent Prokes, looking for his first RBI of the day. He does have a walk and a run scored. The 2-strike pitch from Ryan Falks. Big pitch here. The bases loaded, nobody out. Fastball grounded towards second, fielded by the second baseman. Saldivar comes home, and a good pick by Campagna, who's playing catcher now. And he makes the force out at the plate to retire Travis Welker. So a fielder's choice to get the first out of the inning. The bases do remain loaded. And who else? It's Jacob Sharp. You do not want to face this guy with the bases loaded with the hot streak he's on right now.
And coming to the plate is Jacob Sharp.
A home run last inning, 2-run bomb to left field. He's got 2 home runs yesterday, 6 on the season. Leads the league in home runs, leads the league in slugging percentage. And he's got the bases loaded with 1 out. A 1-run lead for the Raptors. Ryan Falks comes home with an off-speed pitch for a strike. It's 0-1 to Jacob Sharp. Grounded out in the 4th inning and bookended that with RBI base knocks. One of them an RBI single in the first, and the other one the 337-foot bomb to left field for 2 runs batted in. The 0-1 pitch to him swung on and missed, and he's behind 0-2. Isaac Lovings is on deck. The infield is no longer playing in, at least not the middle infielders, hoping for a double play ball. Corner infielders playing even with the bag. Bases loaded, 1 out. The 0-2 pitch is in the dirt. Good block by Campagna. Jacob Sharp scoring in the wild pitch yesterday in the bottom of the 9th inning to score the walk-off run. Now he's standing in the batter's box right where he scored yesterday. Now trying to bring home some teammates. Sukata at third, Mikey Kane at second. And Trent Prokes at first. The 1-2 pitch swung on, ground ball foul. And Jacob Sharp stays alive. The outfield still playing him very deep. He's hit all 3 home runs of the series to left field. The wind is blowing out to right. He's fought it through the wind each time. 1 ball and 2 strikes. With 1 away here in the 7th. The next pitch is swung on and again grounded foul on the third base side. So Jacob Sharp, who got behind 0-2, has seen 3 more pitches in the at-bat and is still going. 6th pitch of the AB upcoming to Jacob Sharp, UNLV catcher. With 1 away in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Here's the next 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled away again. He is really hard to strike out. And you can see it in this at-bat, how he fouls off 2-strike pitches, but the numbers support that as well. He's got 55 at-bats and has struck out just 3 times this summer. Everybody in the league with that number of at-bats has struck out nobody has struck out fewer times than Jacob Sharp. The 1-2 pitch outside, and right as I say it, he swings and misses at a pitch outside. And he does go down for just his 4th strikeout of the year. And now it's Isaac Lovings up to the plate. The base is still loaded, but 2 down. Ridgefield loaded the bases this inning with no outs. Got a fielder's choice to get the force out at home, and then a strikeout. And now it's up to Isaac Lovings with 2 down. So a ground ball out will not do the job, but sac fly is not in play. Got to get a base hit here. 2 down. Isaac Lovings swings behind the fastball. He's 0 for 2 with a walk. He's the catcher today out of Pacific University. The nest is full for the Raptors, trying to bring some runners home and extend the 1-run lead. 0-1 pitch is taken, no swing, and on appeal. Not that there really needed to be an appeal, but just for good measure. Anthony Atkinson, the home plate, or the field umpire, says no swing correctly. And a 1-1 count. 2 down, bases juiced. Bottom of the 7th. Here comes the pitch. Loving swings, and it strikes 2 with a foul tap. This inning began with a walk to Travis Welker, a walk to Sukata, a single by Kane. But nothing productive after that. 2 down, bases loaded. Ryan Falks comes set with a 1-2 pitch to Isaac Lovings. He swings and a ground ball down the first base side, a fair ball. It'll score at least 2. Sukata comes home. Mikey Kane comes home. They're waving around Trent Prokes. The cutoff throw is late. It's a 3 RBI double for Isaac Lovings. The Raptors lead it 7-3 on Lovings' 3 RBI double. Came through in the clutch. Laced it down the first base line, just fair. Down the right field line. And it scores Trent Prokes from first base. Sukata could trot home, Mikey Kane could jog in, and Prokes sprinting around. Advancing 3 bases on the play, and 3 runs come home. Doyle Kane the batter with Isaac Lovings on second base. 7-3 is the lead now. Huge base hit for Isaac Lovings. First pitch to Kane is fought off for a foul ball. Ridgefield had the bases loaded with nobody out, and then had a situation where they had 2 outs, no runs had scored, and 2 strikes on Isaac Lovings. They were ever so close to the worst possible situation, a noble tiger, as they call it, loading the bases with no out to not getting any runs in. Ridgefield was 1 strike away from doing so to get 3 runs in. Doyle Kane pops it up down the right field side. Long run for Mayshore, but he's able to close the gap and make the catch. Well, the hero of the inning, Isaac Lovings, fighting off a 2-strike pitch and earns 3 RBIs out of it and puts Ridgefield ahead by 4. 2 hits on the frame and 3 runs in, 1 left aboard. Isaac will hustle to get on the catcher's gear and go back behind the dish to catch Jet Lotus, who comes in the 8th inning with a 4-run lead to work with. 7-3 is the mark. Ridgefield in front. Stay with us.
Holt Homes is proud to be a local builder. We embrace all that is special about Oregon and Southwest Washington. The natural beauty of the landscape, the dynamic climate, the community that brings us together. It's why we live and build in this place that we love. Holt Homes, built for the Pacific Northwest. Find home today at holtpnw.com.
Are you looking for a career that's team-oriented with great pay and great benefits? Then look no further than C-Tran. We're looking for individuals to join our team. We offer paid vacations, holidays, and sick days, plus exceptional medical and dental coverage, educational assistance, a paid fitness program, career retirement, and so much more. Be a part of C-Tran's diverse family, where we put the care back in career. Check us out at c-tran.com/careers.
Representing the University of Oklahoma, Jet Lotus comes into the game for the Ridgefield Raptors. In the top of the 8th inning, biggest lead of the day for either team at 7-3. In the top half of the 8th, Lotus will face Keith Jones, Dalton Mayshore, and Nick Upstill. Hard to the lineup for Mark Magdaleno's crew as they try to work back from a deficit. Ridgefield had a 3-run lead yesterday, squandered it, came back to win in walk-off fashion. Today, took a 1-run lead last inning and held on to it for the first time, keeping a lead for more than a half inning. And now have a 4-run lead with Jet Lotus throwing to Keith Jones. Down and away for ball 1.
From Oklahoma, number 2, Jeff Lotus.
And Jet with 2, facing Keith Jones, who has 2 singles on the day. He's 2 for 3, facing a right-handed pitcher. Here's the 1-0 from Jet. It's a fastball away for ball 2. 2-0 the count from Jet, who steps behind the mound to recollect himself a little bit. Take a breath and try to come back with a 2-0 pitch. So there's a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and a change. Here's the 2-0 from Jet. Fastball fouled back. And after taking that little extra beat after the 2-0 pitch, he comes back to get a strike on Keith Jones. He's from Yukon, Oklahoma, and plays for his hometown team. Not all that far, Yukon, to where OU is located in Norman. Went to Yukon High School and spent 2 years with the Sooners. 2-1 pitch from Jet Lotus is swung on, and a ground ball. Jet has to back up on it, but is able to field an underhand to Doyle Kane and records the assist to get out number 1 here in the 8th inning. Dalton Mayshore, the batter, 4-run lead for the Raptors. Game 2 of the series. Ridgefield is 5 games above 500 on the year, 13-8. Portland is 10-7. Neither team has swept anyone or gotten swept. Both teams do have a 2-0 series where they had 1 game canceled due to weather, but won 2 games, if you count that as a sweep. But neither team in a 3-game series has been swept or swept the other. Ridgefield won 2 out of 3 against Portland last week. The only time that the Pickles have lost a series all year was to Ridgefield. Jet Lotus misses to Dalton Mayshore 1-0. And now the fastball evens the count at 1-1. Base is empty and 1 out here in the 8th inning. Portland came in with a better record against some of the common opponents and a slightly better record overall. The 1-1 slider swung on and missed. Good breaking ball from Lotus to get ahead in the count. It's 1-2. Both teams had faced Edmonton, for example. Portland had played them 5 times, won 4 times against Edmonton, whereas Ridgefield lost the series. Went 1 of just the 3 games. The 1-2 pitch is inside. 2-2 the count, 1 away. Base is empty. Just past sunset now at dusk in Clark County. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Jet Lotus. Winds and hurls outside for ball 3. Nick Upstill on deck, retrieves that pitch and tosses it back to the home plate umpire, Matt Van Houten. Tomorrow's game, the finale at 6:35, then a day off Friday, and then 2 non-league games against Northwest Star Academy, Saturday and Sunday. The payoff pitch from Jet Lotus is swung on, a check swing foul ball behind home plate. And the at-bat will continue to Dalton Mayshore. Out of Eagle, Idaho, plays for St. Mary's, is 1 for 3 on the day. With a single off the pitcher's foot facing the starter Braden Markham. And a fly out last at-bat that traveled 350 feet but died in right field. In the glove of Trent Prokes. Now he steps out before the 3-2 pitch and will reset. Jake Sukata playing behind the infield turf in shallow right center. Mikey Kane with his toes on the infield turf. 3-2 pitch fouled again at the top of the netting on the first base side. Outfield playing fairly deep, especially center and right field. The wind has really been taking fly balls deep to right, and so I'm going to be repeating myself a lot the rest of tonight and perhaps tomorrow. The outfield playing back. Another 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Jet Lotus tosses 93 miles an hour past the swinging Dalton Mayshore And the 6th punch out of the day for the Raptors pitchers. 2 outs for Jet here in the 8th. Nick Upstill, the batter from Huntington Beach, California, plays for San Francisco State. Is 0 for 3 in the ballgame with an RBI on a fielder's choice back in the 3rd inning. Left-handed batter steps in against the right-handed pitcher, Jet Lotus. Into the wind and uncorks the fastball low for ball 1. Sitting 93-94 today. Top half of the 8th inning, 2 down, bases empty. Ridgefield out hitting Portland 9-7 and outscoring the Pickles 7-3. No errors for either team today. Not a lot of walks. Been pretty clean and fast-paced game. 1-0 pitch is inside, brushing him back. 2-0 the count. 2.5 hours into this contest. We're in the 8th inning. The wind dying down just a bit, but it's been kind of blustery out to right field. 2-0 pitch is fouled at the dish. And a 2-1 count to Nick Upstill. Came in hitting .423 on the summer. Does have an RBI today, but no hits yet. And had 5 RBIs against Yakima Valley in that series. But had gone 0 for 2 against Ridgefield in the series last week. So still looking for his first hit against the Raptors this year. 2-1 pitch to him is swung on, and another foul tap at the plate as Jet Lotus continues to avoid the barrel and has only allowed some weak contact so far. 1 strikeout, some foul balls, and only 1 ball put in play, and even he was able to field that one. It was a 1-3 ground out to begin this 8th inning. Then the strikeout. Now he's got a 2-2 count on Nick Upstill. Base is empty, 2 down. Kyle Russell on deck. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It is in the turf, spiked. And now a full count from Jet Lotus. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Trying to go 1-2-3 here in this inning. Jet Lotus gets a fastball, foul ball towards the first base side. And it remains a full count to Nick Upstill. Jet Lotus, who is making his 5th appearance on the year. Went 2 scoreless innings against Cowlitz 10 days ago as his best appearance so far on the summer. His 2nd year as a Raptor. Trying to go for a scoreless inning and a 1-2-3 inning, but needs a strike to do so. 3-2 pitch from Jet Lotus. Gets a swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Isaac Lovings throws down to first, and it's another strikeout. 7th punch out of the day. Free tacos for everyone in the stands. Our thanks to Taco Bell for strikeout number 7. No runs for the Pickles. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Jet Lotus. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Raptors 7 and the Pickles 3.
Ridgefield Main Street is working to keep our small town charm intact while enhancing the economic opportunities for businesses located in our downtown. Follow Pioneer Street West to experience the heart of Ridgefield. At Eden Health, our commitment is to caring. We recognize the importance of caring for others, and we consider it a privilege. We are committed to addressing our patients' specific needs, providing hands-on care and services, helping families through tough situations, and supporting our fellow employees. We listen, build relationships, and go above and beyond to create meaningful experiences throughout our continuum of care. Whether you find yourself a patient to any of the Eden Health services lines or you become part of our team, you will notice the Eden Health difference.
Austin Cavanis will lead off against Alex Sepulveda and Travis Welker, or followed by Alex Sepulveda and Travis Welker against Ryan Falks here in the 8th inning. 4-run lead for the Raptors. Bottom half of the 8th. A lot of games going on around the West Coast League. Yesterday's action, high-scoring game. Victoria beat Cowlitz 12-11. in a game with 18 hits and 40 base runners. Still only lasted 3 hours and 15 minutes. Yesterday's game for Ridgefield also just over 3 hours as Austin Cavanis takes a ball outside from Fulks. 1-0. That's pretty crazy. There were 23 hits in yesterday's game, and the game still lasted just barely 3 hours. That's one thing I love about the West Coast League. You can get a lot of offense, a lot of action, but you're not sitting there for 4.5 hours every time. Although you'll have it sometimes. Ridgefield did have one game 4 hours and 23 minutes this season, but it was an extra inning game. But think about that yesterday. 15 runs, barely 3 hours. 2-0 pitch is outside for ball 3 to Cavanis, who is 1 for 2 today with a single and a hit by pitch. Yakima Valley also beat Walla Walla, another Southern Division matchup. 3-0 pitch is a strike. Bellingham beat Ben. That helps out Ridgefield. That's a north-south matchup. So Ben drops a game below Ridgefield now. And Bellingham now on a 3-game win streak, following a 10-game win streak that got snapped by Corvallis. They've won 13 of their last 14 as Bellingham. 3-1 pitch is also taken for a strike. Springfield beat Corvallis 3-1. First game ever between those two teams. And Springfield beat the reigning champion at home. Payoff pitch to Cavanis takes his first swing of the at-bat and fouls it down the first baseline on an 80-mile-an-hour off-speed toss from Ryan Fulks. The San Diego State Aztec trying to put away the Cal Poly Mustang of Austin Cavanis. The marketing major steps back in, payoff pitch in the dirt, and he earns a walk. A 7-pitch base on balls to begin the 8th inning. And he is aboard for Alex Sepulveda. Bottom half of the 8th inning, 4-run lead for the Raptors. They hope it's just one more at-bat here and get the 3 outs in the 9th and call it a day. But some insurance runs here would not hurt. Bottom of the 8th, Sepulveda is 1 for 3 in the contest, a single in the 5th. As a fly out on a 10-pitch at-bat and another fly out today. Takes a ball below the zone. It's 1-0 to the LA Mission outfielder, transferring to College of the Canyons this year. 6 for 20 on the year. Pretty good batting average. That clocks in at a 300 clip. 1-0 to Alex with the runner bluffing and a check swing foul ball. And called strike 1. Cavanis beginning to steal but holds. Nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. Ridgefield 7, Portland 3. Travis Welker on deck. Fulks from the stretch, throws over to first. Cavanis breaks a little late, but got there in time and is safe at first. 1-1 the count to Alex Sepulveda. Did not start yesterday, but did play a big factor in the game. Laid down a sacrifice bunt in the 9th inning. Advanced the game-winning run to scoring position, and Jacob Sharp later scored. 1-1 pitch, almost hit him. The slider bent in, not quite enough for a strike, but did avoid Sepulveda's hip and his ball too. Sepulveda came in to pinch hit for that bunt, facing a left-hander. Not easy to get a bunt down, but did so pretty well. It almost beat out the throw. 2-1 pitch, and Cavanis is running. The pitch is a strike. Cavanis sliding in head first and is tagged out, for out number 1. Good throw from Michael Campagna. And Austin Cavanis is retired at second base for the first out of the 8th inning. Just barely got tossed out. He's had a few of those this series where he's just barely tagged out. Twice at second base. Sepulveda pops the ball down the right field line, and that lands for a fair ball. Just barely fair, and Sepulveda digging for second. The throw in from right field, and that beats him there. He's thrown out at second. Good throw by Mayshore in right field. That's a tough play to make. That ball landed 10 inches inside the foul line. And for Mayshore to come in and make that play and throw out Sepulveda, who's a good runner, and hold him to a single plus a out 9-6 on the put out. And 2 outs have been made at second base on consecutive pitches. You can say a lot about Raptors baseball. One thing, it's not boring. A lot of action on the base paths, a lot of runs, a lot of home runs. Travis Welker comes up next in a 7-3 ball game. That's the 10th hit of the day for Ridgefield. And the bases are empty despite both hitters this inning reaching. But 2 outs, nobody on. Travis Welker with a 1-0 pitch to him. Swings, ground ball third base side. And a two-hopper to Peyton Allen, the Fresno State teammate, throws across. Good pick by Jablonski to get him out. Well, nobody left on base as Ryan Falk faces the minimum in the 8th inning. 1 hit, 1 walk, 2 runners tagged out at second base along the way, and no runs for the Raptors in the 8th. They hope to get 3 more outs and could end the game this next half inning. It'll be up to Jet Lotus to come in. It is not a save situation, but it'll be 3 big outs for Jet. In the top of the 9th, you can see that happen when we return here on the Raptors live stream.
Dick Hanna Dealerships is proud to welcome everyone back to support our Ridgefield Raptors. Just in time for warm summer nights with family and friends, lounging on the lawn, or eating dogs in the stands. Feels good to be back. In business for over 70 years, Dick Hanna Dealerships is a local, family-owned business with locations in Vancouver, Kelso, and Portland. Choose from thousands of cars and 12 new car brands. Experience nice in the car business. Dick Hanna Dealerships. Believe in nice. Now play ball.
C-Tran is your public transit system offering service in Clark County and beyond. Catch local service in Clark County, plus regional and express service to Portland. And now you can ride the current C-Tran's new on-demand service operating in Ridgefield and other areas. So leave the driving to us. C-Tran will take you out to the ball game and anywhere else you need to go. Visit c-tran.com for more information. C-Tran, our community, our promise.
Top of the 9th inning, 4-run game. Ridgefield is 3 outs away from securing the securing the season series against Portland. And their 4th straight series win. They just need 3 outs here and hold Portland to 3 runs or less. Kyle Russell steps in to face Jet Lotus. First pitch is fouled back. And an 0-1 count to the Washington State Cougar. Kyle Russell, the starting shortstop, has homered today. He's 1 for 3 in the ball game, facing Jet Lotus coming out for his 2nd inning. Then the 0-1 pitch from Jet as another foul ball. This one rocketed off the backstop and makes a dent in the wood back there. And it's strike 2 on Kyle Russell. Top of the 9th, Ridgefield 7, Portland 3. Ridgefield has held a lead since the 6th inning. And so they've actually trailed for the majority of this game. Trailed ever since the 3rd frame. Had a lead in the 1st inning, but gave it up the very next half inning. With an 0-2 count, foul ball out in the foul territory that Mason Trees comes out to snag. And so Jet Lotus will step back on the rubber. 0-2 the count to the leadoff man, Kyle Russell. Ridgefield 13-8 on the year, sniffing win number 14. Jet Lotus with its 2-strike pitch from the wind and throws the off-speed pitch low for ball 1. On deck is Jacob Jablonski. And following him is Kyler Stancato. The 1-2 pitch from Lotus, fastball down and away. Pardon me, the slider. And it's 2-2. Outfield playing pretty deep. Infield straight up to Kyle Russell. And that solo home run in the 2nd inning to take the lead. Or actually, sorry, that tied the score at 1-1. It was to right field. Carried over to tie it up at 1 run apiece. 2-2 pitch from Jet Lotus is just a little bit high and maybe outside. And Kyle Russell sees 3 straight balls outside the zone after getting behind 0-2. They just need base runners. Ridgefield just needs some outs. Jet Lotus will throw the 3-2 pitch and a swing and a miss. He did go around. It's in the dirt. Isaac Levings throws down to first and records the out. A strikeout for Jet Lotus. He has punched out 3 in a row. And so now with 1 away here in the 9th inning, he needs just 2 more outs to secure the victory. Pretty good pitching today for Ridgefield. It was a little shaky at first, but Braden Markham settled down after giving up 3 runs. He pitched a scoreless 4th inning and then exited. Then Aiden Vesby came in for 2 scoreless innings. Tyler Tilton went 1 scoreless inning. And Jet Lotus has gone 1 scoreless frame. First pitch is a strike on the slider to Jablonski, who was 1 for 2 on the evening. A single to left field and a walk. He's out of Chico State. The 0-1 pitch from Jet Lotus is fouled back on the fastball. It's 0-2. Center fielder Austin Cavanagh shifted way to left center field. The Chico native facing, looking in 300 feet away from Jacob Jablonski, the Chico State player. D2 institution down in California. He's from Palmdale, California. The 0-2 pitch from Lotus is swung on and missed. Got the off-speed by him. Fourth straight strikeout for Jet Lotus. He has retired all 5 batters he has faced and hasn't really needed any fielders other than himself. Even the one ball put in play, he was the one that fielded it. So he did need Doyle Kane to catch that ball. Maybe if he tried, he could have sprinted there himself and recorded the out, but he used Doyle Kane. And other than that, has struck out 4 in a row, using, of course, Isaac Lovings to receive and call a good game. But he struck out 4 straight. Kyler Stancato trying to avoid being a 5th in a row. Fouls off the first pitch. It's 0-1. Stancato 1 for 3 on the evening. 7-3 lead for Ridgefield. Hoping to go into the finale 2-0 on the series. And 4-1 against Portland this year. Portland's a good team. They're 10-7 on the year. 0-1 pitch fouled back. And it's 0-2. Portland has only lost 1 series this year. It's to Ridgefield. This could be their 2nd series loss of the year. Both against the Raptors. 1 strike away from doing so. No matter what, the finale tomorrow at 6:35. Will Ridgefield be 14-8 when we get there? Jet Lotus trying to get 1 more out here. The 0-2 pitch from Jet is taken just low, ball 1. Kyler Stancato, nerves of steel, to take a 2-strike pitch with 2 outs in the 9th. Base is empty, 2 down. Ridgefield has gone 5 straight scoreless innings. Can they make it a 6th? 1-2 pitch taken. Stancato thought about going around, but holds back, ball 2. Ever since the 2-run inning when Portland took the lead in the 3rd inning, and they got up by 2, they have not scored since then as Ridgefield has shut the door. It wasn't just the bullpen. Braden Markham, his final inning, was that 4th. So he started the deal, and the bullpen picked up where he left off. 2-2 pitch popped up. Welker sprinting for it in foul ground. He slides in. Did he hold on to it? Yes, he did. What a way to end the game. Travis Welker slides in. And that ends the ball game on a foul-out sliding catch. And what better way to secure the series and the season series against the Portland Pickles. Final score from Ridgefield. The Raptors 7 and the Portland Pickles 3. Ridgefield wins it with the hero today, Isaac Lovings, who gets a bases-clearing double to score 3 runs to kind of break the game open and make it an easier day for the Ridgefield Raptors. He also gunned down 2 runners trying to steal at second base, so the catcher gets the MVP of the day, although you could share that with Jacob Sharp, who goes 2 for 4 with a home run, a 2-run blast back in the 6th inning. And that was what gave Ridgefield the lead. And so really you could pick either one of those guys, and the bullpen did really well. In addition, Vesby, Tilton, and Lotus combining for the final 5 innings, plus Braden Markham's start. Ridgefield wins it 7-3. Join us tomorrow at 6:35 p.m. for the series finale as Ridgefield goes for its first sweep of the year. The Raptors are 14-8 now, and Portland drops to 10-8 on the summer. My thanks to everyone here in Ridgefield helping out with the broadcast. My name is Josh Warden. Hope to talk to you tomorrow at 6:35 p.m. here from the Rourke. Until then, stay safe, have fun. So long, everybody, from Southwest Washington.